Live from the Ingalls studio,
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
the Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dogs eat! Let them on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God. The Jets killed him.
Welcome into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app, and we are seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to the sportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, join us in the chat. Welcome in to a Mock Draft Friday.
Mock Draft Friday!
It is Jeremy's post free agency 3-round mock. Well, you did 7 rounds.
I did 7 rounds. Those are coming out team by team. But today on the ESPN Rage Box, we're going to do 100 picks. We have to keep this tight because we're trying to go round 1 in hour 1,
Sure.
round 2 in hour 2, round 3 in hour 3.
Sure. Yeah. Yep. So
Round 1's going to be a lot easier than the rest of the rounds.
welcome in to a Mock Draft Friday. It is ESPN Asheville, and we all know the number 1 pick of the 2026 NFL Draft.
Is that your way of saying we can just go ahead and put the Raiders on the clock?
Yeah.
We have a clock.
Nice.
Oh, there it is. We have a clock. It has officially begun. 1 minute per pick.
How cute.
Tank and I, we're going to talk these things out. The Las Vegas Raiders on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
You want to just sing Cult of Personality, or what you want to do? Because we're doing that before the show.
There's not a whole lot of analysis needed here. The Las Vegas Raiders need a quarterback, and there's only one that you can take at one.
Only got one of them.
And not get yelled at.
Yeah, there's only one of them. So I feel pretty sure that we can just chalk that one up to being exactly who you think it'll be.
Mm-hmm.
Fernando Mendoza, quarterback, Indiana.
Yep.
Look, I'm not as in love with him as a lot of other people are. I think he's good, not great. I think he's Superman Kirk Cousins. I've said that. I'll keep saying that. There is no other way to go if you're the Raiders. That's where it has to be. That's who it is. That's who it's going to be.
But I feel like there could be worse picks.
Sure.
There could be worse picks at number 1. But this is where you are.
Sure. It is what it is.
Right. So that puts the New York Jets on the clock.
And this one, I do kind of feel like there's discussion to be had with 2.
I would agree. David Bailey comes to my mind.
Look, I love David Bailey. You know I love David Bailey. But I don't think based on what the Jets have done. Look, you went and got Joseph Asai. You already had Will McDonald. I feel like the Jets have 3 ends at this point. I don't think that's what they're doing. I think they're going to go get a piece that is – here's the argument I would make for Bailey. Bailey, to me, is the better pass rusher right now.
Yes.
I think Bailey has the same level of upside for Arvell Reese. Here's the difference. I don't think David Bailey can play linebacker in that scheme the way that it's schemed, because it's not as simple as, it's just 4-3s, an off-ball linebacker, you can't take him at 2, which is what I've tried to make it the whole time. I don't think it's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to look at multiplicity, being able to do a lot of things, and that's where I'm at.
Okay.
So
right.
The clock has almost expired.
Mm-hmm.
Bud.
The selection?
Arvell Reese, linebacker, Ohio State. Look, Arvell Reese can be a really good pass rusher. I think he's already a good one. My problem has always been I still feel like he fits best at off-ball linebacker. Well, with the Jets, that's what he's going to do. And you know who he's going to learn to play linebacker from? DeMario Davis. The second I saw that signing come down, I went, yep, know who the Jets are taking. That's Arvell Reese all day long till midnight.
Okay.
Because that is a guy that can teach you the nuance of playing linebacker quickly, easily. And I think that's a great tutor to me.
All right. At number 3, we've got the Arizona Cardinals on the clock, and will they go with a defensive player? They could use an edge rusher.
This one's much tougher for me,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe not for the reason that people think. So I think Jeremiah Love's off the board here, right?
Yes.
You signed 84 running backs.
Yes.
Between Zonovan Knight, Algier, Benson, Connor, we're out on Jeremiah Love.
I believe so.
So then it comes down to the linemen. Well, which of the linemen do I want? I want the bookend. I don't really necessarily know that I need him to play guard.
Mm-hmm.
So the fail-safe with Maui Noah, I don't think is as good as people have it made it seem. I want the guy that's going to be my bookend to Paris Johnson. He's going to protect Jacoby Brissett or Gardner Minshew, however you're planning of going about this. If Arvell Reese was here, I would consider that. I'm not really considering any of the others. So I'm just going to take who I think is the best tackle, not the best offensive lineman, the best tackle that's on the board. Spencer Fano, offensive tackle, Utah.
Mm-hmm.
I said it when we left the combine. It's been echoed to me about 506 times since. That's the one that people across the industry are looking at now going, if you need a tackle, that's the one. Because Maui Noah has the safety to play at guard. I think Fano can play at guard. I don't think he is a guard.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the difference comes in.
So one's more guard than tackle, the other's more tackle than guard. Because if Maui Noah can play either one, why does that not make him more valuable?
Because if I'm the Cardinals, I want the one that's a better tackle. Because look, that team's going to be in the Derby next year for quarterback. Fact or fiction?
Yeah.
Fact. I need bookend tackles. I'm not as worried about the guard.
Okay.
I need the one that, and him, by the way, him and Paris Johnson together, that's probably the most athletic set of tackles in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of one better. And so now, no matter who I put back there, whether it's a runner, if I fall in love with Lenore Sellers or Arch Manning, who are both guys that do a lot with their feet, or if it's Julian Sayin who does it, I'm protected.
Right.
For Arizona, I'm having a look a year out. And the fact that they're rolling Jacoby Brissett, Gardner Minshew, tells me they're doing the exact same thing.
The number 4 pick belongs to the Tennessee Titans.
New logoed Tennessee Titans.
Mm-hmm. And, they could
Do you like that logo? The little blue T with
that's
the.
all right. It's nothing special.
I think it's fine. I'm glad they went back to the Oiler blue, but other than that,
Oh,
it doesn't
yeah.
do
Well,
it. It doesn't do a ton for me.
Anytime you can go back to the powder blue. I mean, I'm all the way.
This is a 2-man race. This pick at 4 is 2-man race. I want to see if you get the 2 players right.
Jeremiah Love
That's one.
and Sonny Styles.
That's the other.
Mm-hmm. It was Reuben Bang early in the process.
It was until
short arms. Yeah, stuff like that matters, especially when you have a guy like Sonny Styles who's out there just putting on a show physically.
You know what Sonny Styles reminds me of? And as soon as they hired Robert Saleh, it got in my head, and I haven't unseen it since. He reminds me of a longer Fred Warner.
Okay.
If you're Robert Saleh and you're coming here to make this defense yours, and you've already sunk all this money into the secondary, you've sunk all this into the front 4, getting John Franklin Myers and Jermaine Johnson and Solomon Thomas, all these guys what does that tell you? You're trying to free up something, and I think you're trying to free up a linebacker to have space to roam.
All right, well, let's make the pick.
Sonny Styles, linebacker, Ohio State.
Defensive coach gets a defensive player.
Well, and it's a good one. Mm-hmm. You know, the thing about Styles, the thing that I think people are going to have to wrap their brains around with this particular class is that, 2 off-ball linebackers are going in the top 5. The question is only where they land.
Mm-hmm.
The difference from a lot of other off-ball linebackers is that these guys are so unbelievably good that it makes it worth the while, because I think they both have pass rusher chops. They can both cover to a point. They can be full all-around linebackers, where a lot of guys that I've a lot of guys that teams have tried to sell on me, like Aaron Curry. Aaron Curry was a great all-around off-ball linebacker. He couldn't rush a passer to save his life. Mm-hmm. That guy should never go in the top 5. These two, they're different.
Yeah. Tennessee Titans go with Sonny Styles. Number 5, the New York Football Giants.
Is there another player even thought of here than the one that I look, you're not changing my mind. I already know who I'm taking. Do I even have to think about another player?
I feel like my mind's been kind of all over the place with the Giants, and then
I liked Sadiq. I liked the receivers.
The free agency moves they made kind of pigeonholes them into one.
Well, you started making all your moves, and I went, yeah, I know where this is headed. Mm-hmm. I know exactly where this is.
All right. Ready at number 5?
Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love is, to me, as good of a running back as you will ever see. And that's your Saquon Barkley. That's your guy. That's your bell cow. That's your everything you want them to be running back. And John Harbaugh has never really had that. He had Derrick Henry. Mm-hmm. He's had some good ones, but he's never had Bijan, Saquon, guys like that can just be your overall, no doubt, bell cow.
Mm-hmm. Jeremiah Love at 5 and puts the Browns on the clock at number 6.
They've already sunk so much in the offensive line that I can't do it. Mm-hmm. Maui Noah cannot play on the left side. I know that definitively. So I don't see any way that it's him. Am I wrong?
I don't think so.
So then where do you go from there?
Caleb Downs? Get you a safety?
I don't know how you play Caleb Downs and Grant Delpit together. Mm. For me, I'm just looking at, okay, I've fixed the line, so now it's going to be a wide receiver.
Okay.
So which one do I want? And for me, Carnell Tate's slower 40 kind of guarantees which one it's going to be. Also, and this is just for me, I'm not going to say it's going into their thinking at all. It doesn't hurt that his brother plays across the street.
The pick is in.
Jordan Tyson, wide receiver, Arizona State. The only real knock on him was the medical. And as soon as the medical came back clean, I think that kind of it eases all of the fears. What am I supposed to be scared of? Because that kid is an absolute highlight reel waiting to happen. Mm-hmm. You only saw it on the highest of high sides for the 1 year. But, I mean, you even go back to tape at Colorado in the little amount that you saw there. He was a dude. He's still a dude. And I think he's always going to be a dude. To me, Jordan Tyson's your 1. Jerry Jeudy's your 2. Cedric Tillman's your 3. Isaiah Bond is your deep threat. And then you got Malachi Corley floating around as, well, he's something. And then there's Maud.
He's here, too.
He's here, too.
He got a credit card. At number 7, the Baltimore Ravens on the clock. What are you thinking with them?
No, you skipped a step there. Baltimore doesn't have the 7th pick.
So they trade. Oh, so Washington trades out of the spot.
We have a trade.
Mm-hmm.
Washington's already invested in 2 edge rushers. Mm-hmm. I don't think you can take Caleb Downs at 7. Do you?
Yes, 100%.
With the knee.
Yes.
So all right, so just think of this as Adam Peters. You went to an NFC championship game, then you were the 7th worst team in the NFL. Mm-hmm. How's that going to play if he comes out in, I don't know, week 7 and the knee explodes? Mm-hmm. The knee explodes. The defense is not as good as you've sold people that it will be. And the next thing you know, you're 5-12 again. What happens to Adam Peters? Fired.
Really? He's that close?
You go 5-12 again with Jaden Daniels with 1 more year left on a rookie deal before he hits the option? Bye. Bye. I don't care how well respected you are. You've run this into the ground. Whether it was your fault or not, you had every single indicator that Caleb Downs was going to do exactly what he did. David Bailey, I've already signed Caleb Chason, and I've already signed Odafe-Owa. Mm-hmm. I get it. Chason's only 1 year. I'm well aware of that. But I don't have a second-round pick, and it would be really nice to have one of those guys. So Baltimore calls up and says, hey, there's a player right there that, he's a character red flag, but we've already shown that we don't really particularly care about that because we blew through a whole bunch of stop signs last year to get one of those. Mm-hmm. So how about you let's see what the business is there. Baltimore trades up from 14. They give up 45. Now Washington has a second-round pick. There's other considerations, but they're not involved in this 3-round mock draft. Mm-hmm. So Washington drops back a handful of spots, and I'll be honest with you, I still think they'll get the guy that they want here at 7 at 14. I'm the one that did the mock. I'll save you from looking. They do. Mm-hmm. And then Baltimore comes up here to do exactly what they're getting ready to do. David Bailey, edge rusher, Texas Tech. They were in on Owa. They were in on, obviously, Max Crosby because they made the trade. Mm-hmm. And I have heard this no less than 100 times, that there's going to be a trade up there somewhere. You just got to figure out where it is. And this is the one that made the most sense to me. I know for a fact Washington wants to recoup that second-round pick. They like the second round of this class. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think there's going to be a ton of teams that are angling to come up and get Bailey. I'm not necessarily thinking this is what I would do. This is what I think is going to happen. Okay. Is that I think Washington is going to – it tells me a lot that Washington got Caleb Chason on that 1-year prove-it deal. I don't know that it would preclude him from David Bailey. It tells me that they don't think the one they want is going to be there at 7. And I'll go ahead and tell you, I don't know who that is. I really don't. I have no idea who it is. But I have it on good authority that Adam Peters said something in the halls of the combine of yesterday didn't quite go our way because somebody that we wanted is not going to be there at 7. Mm-hmm. And I think it was Sonny Styles. I think Sonny Styles is the one that they've got circled going, that's our guy. And if he's there at 7, they stay. If he's not, they fall out. Mm-hmm. And Bailey with Mike Green. Good luck whoever winds up playing quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers because this is going to hurt.
I thought it was Washington. I thought David Bailey was the guy that the Washington crew was all
I would have thought that,
up in arms.
I would have thought that too until you gave $100 million to Odafe-Owa. Look, one of those three is going to be there. Mm-hmm. It should tell you everything you need to know that they went and got 2 starting legit pass rushers. David Bailey's more a situational guy to start off with. Mm-hmm. You just signed one of those. Okay, so you're going to do it for a year. So you're telling me you're going to implement all 3 of them? Who the hell do you think is going to defend against the run? Because now you got 3 that are not good at this. That doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, all right.
Now, if I'm Washington, I'm going to sit right here and take David Bailey and go, no, don't care. Watch me kill your quarterback. But yes. This is what I think we're trending towards, not necessarily what I would do.
All right, you're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM and 1400. The post-free agency mock draft continues after this.
All across the Tar Heel state.
Tar Heels on the run. Trimble to the cup, layup, Kellen in the foul.
This is Carolina basketball.
Long rainbow 3, nothing but net from the rookie. Out to Trimble. He'll try another triple. Counted.
The home of the 6-time national champions.
Drives and hammers it home. Hello, young fella.
This is your radio home for the Tar Heels.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
Kane Brown has a brand new song. And it's on the newly released playlist on the free iHeartRadio app. Your no-cost destination to hear all of the songs that were just released, including Jack Harlow,
I wish I could trade places.
Noah Khan, Bleachers, Sienna Spiral, and so much more. Open the free iHeartRadio app and search new to listen now.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope. Furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
It's the moment you dream of, the moment you work for, train for, run wind sprints when nobody's watching for, the moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time, all culminate into this time, the moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this, your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment, committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
We're back in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. It is Mock Draft Friday. The
post be a mock draft.
Free agency mock draft league year is open. The major moves have been made. My team's still picking up special teamers.
Tank loves his team. Don't let him lie to you. He loves his team.
Totally. The 7th pick, a little bit of a curveball. Washington trades out. Ravens trade up to get David Bailey. Washington recoups a second-round pick.
The second-round pick they've been trying to recoup for what feels like forever.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then at number 8, that puts the New Orleans Saints on the clock.
The Saints could go a lot of places, but there's one that I keep coming back to.
Okay.
Who's the best player left on the board? Just ask yourself that question. Who's the best player left on the board?
Caleb Downs.
Me. Who's the next best player left on the board? Don't say it. Hit the button, and I'll say it. Reuben Bain, edge rusher, Miami. Yes, he has short arms. Yes, that is going to scare off some teams.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't really think it's going to scare off the do you think it scares off the Saints? Because I don't. I think this class is so thin at the top that eventually you get to a point where you just go, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to reach for a guy that doesn't belong here over an edge rusher that was probably the best player on the team that was the runner-up for the national title this year?
Mm-hmm.
Is that really what we're talking about here? Because you get to a certain point where it's like, this has gotten dumb. Yeah, his arms are short. Whoop-de-doo. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to go get a guy. But Reuben Bain is an edge rusher off the top. He's going to get to quarterbacks. And the arm length, Reuben Bain will be the defensive version of Will Campbell. Yeah, you'll see it at probably the absolute worst possible time. And until they have somebody to put on the opposite side of him, and they have Chase Young now, I just don't know they have the rest of the defense. Once the defense is built out, I don't think you'll ever say it again. Right. Just like Will Campbell. Once that offensive line's right, which I think it's getting pretty close, I don't think you'll ever say he has short arms again.
All right. Number 9 pick belongs to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Don't even need to talk about it. I'll run it straight to the podium. Mansour Delane, cornerback LSU.
Are they in love?
Why wouldn't you be? I mean, right now, look at Kansas City's defense and tell me who the number one corner on that team is. I'll wait.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll go ahead and tell you it's Noah Williams, the rookie from last year. Is he a 1? And I love him. I loved him last year when we were talking about him in the draft. Is that an honest-to-God true 1, or is that more of a 2? You put Delane on the opposite side, and I know Kansas City's not notorious for doing this. They did it with Trent McDuffie. Mm-hmm. If you wait until 29, you're going to be guessing at best. I'll go get the best corner in this class, absolutely no doubt.
Okay.
The only other player I really even thought about was Sadiq.
That would have been the one that I would highly consider.
I did think about Sadiq, but with another year of Travis Kelce, there are several tight ends in that class next year.
Really?
Yes.
That could. I mean,
not as freak as Sadiq.
I was going to say that even come close to that
production. Yes.
Okay.
Freak of nature outrunning Bijan Robinson. Yeah, I'm going to go no.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still really.
That's the thing. I
really
don't know. I don't know that I could give that up if I were Brett Veach. To be able to just have, I get the next seam stretcher tight end in.
I get the next Vernon Davis. Yeah.
I mean, think about how athletic Sadiq is, and
he's not of this earth,
and how crazy that could be with Patrick Mahomes throwing. You know how circusy that offense could be with those two together.
He's not of this earth.
No, but Mansour Delane's not a bad pick, as he said, number 1 corner in this class at number 9.
We have our first super chat of the day.
All right.
'Cause it's all about the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money.
Red Sea, Tank's favorite Buccaneers player, has got to be Kenny Gainwell. I swear to God, I'm gonna buy him a Kenny Gainwell jersey for his birthday.
Oh God! Please don't.
I'm gonna buy him a Kenny Gainwell jersey for his birthday, and he's gonna love it.
He's gonna buy me a throwback alarm clock Kenny Gainwell jersey just to encapsulate all of my hatred for Tampa Bay history.
Now, if you're wondering, why did we kill so much time there? It's because I didn't have to think for 2 seconds about who the Bengals take at 10.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Woods, defensive tackle, Clemson. This has been the worst kept secret in the world. And I'll be honest with you, I've heard it from so many places that if I thought for a second Cincinnati was this good at keeping a secret, I would say this is the greatest swerve ever. I just don't think they're that good. Cincinnati has never been a place that things stayed within the building.
Mm-hmm.
And Peter Woods, to me, I love him. I think he can be Quinnen Williams light. I don't think he's quite that good, but that's freak of nature top 5 stuff.
Yeah.
I think Peter Woods can be special.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. They've added pieces and they've got young guys. Yeah, but none of them are any good.
Number 11 pick, the Miami Dolphins.
You'll like this. If I'm Miami, fact or fiction, I have to take the best player on the board.
Fact.
I have a new GM. I've got a lot of latitude here to explore the space.
Mm-hmm.
And I need a face of my defense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go get me one. Caleb Downs, safety, Ohio State.
Poor Caleb.
You came to the combine, and the medical didn't check out. I mean, look, is it sad? Absolutely. It is terribly sad. But you're going to have to find the right guy that can make this pick. And I think Caleb Downs can be an absolute freak of nature player in the NFL. I just don't know how long. I don't know how long he can hold up on that knee. I don't know how long of a career the kid's going to have.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're telling me he gets cut short, it's really hard for me to see him in the top 10.
But what's my calculation? Is my calculation he's going to be done in 4? Or is my calculation he's going to be an 8-time All-Pro in 9 years and we're good?
Yeah, see, the problem is that there's no way to know that.
No doubt about it. But he's a guy that could scratch that ceiling.
For sure.
And that's what that's what keeps driving me back of going, somebody before he drops to Miami surely will see that and take that risk.
I think so. We also have another player that's dropping and a team sitting there going, well, I am after that glory hole.
At number 12, the Dallas Cowboys.
Francis Maui-Noah, offensive tackle, Miami. I think in Dallas he plays right tackle. And if you look, I can't believe I'm getting ready to say this. I'm actually starting to like what Dallas has done defensively. I think they need another corner.
Mm-hmm.
Stick with me for a minute. On the offense, the only thing I really need is one more lineman, and that line is evil. You give me a road grader on the other side, which props up Tyler Guyton, because Tyler Guyton's more of a finesse, pass protector. Now you've got Booker, Smith, and Maui-Noah. If you can't run behind that, you are a lost cause.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. Offensive tackle is not the biggest need for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm well aware of that. At 12, there is one premier player left. That's it. Or you can take one of the wide receivers, and every Cowboy fan will lose their ever-loving mind.
We're not doing that.
I agree. But I did have to think about that of, could they take Carnell Tate here?
No.
No, not with Francis Maui-Noah on the board. They're
not at all. Not at all. Dallas Cowboys with Francis Maui-Noah at number 12 overall in the post-free agency mock draft.
I believe we're going to run through an hour in the first round. So the second and third rounds are going to be the lightning rounds.
Mm-hmm. We are in the Sportsocracy, and it is ESPN Asheville.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
The more seasonable air continuing to come in with a south-southeast breeze today, mostly sunny this afternoon. Beautiful afternoon and evening out, though, but certainly grabbing a light jacket. 62 tonight, 35 and clear. Saturday, sunshine and milder, up near 70 degrees. Sunday, a few showers in the afternoon, 65, and that stronger front still poised to come in sometime Monday night. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Appalachian Sitework Ready Mix Division.
Cracks, erosion, uneven slabs, it only gets worse in freezing weather. Appalachian Sitework Ready Mix is your family-owned local concrete company serving Western North Carolina. Delivering reliable, high-quality concrete on time. Visit appsiteinc.com today.
This is Jim.
Hello.
Jim started advertising with iHeartRadio way back in April. And now...
I have customers out the door!
And this is Sarah.
Hi.
She started putting a portion of her marketing dollars in podcasting back in June.
Business is booming. That's why I'm working on a Saturday.
Want to be like Jim and Sarah? It's easy. All you have to do is own or manage a business and reach out to iHeart. Get started today at 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio. One tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local stations. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcast. Search sports on iHeartRadio and lock in.
Some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, could potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, but it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
ESPN Asheville, broadcasting from the Ingalls studio at Radio Ranch. Log on to ESPNAVL.com and make us your #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app. ESPN Asheville, #1 for sports coverage in the mountains.
It's the moment you dream of, the moment you work for. All culminate into this time. Your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have: Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Now, sometimes it don't always work for an injury, you know, but it practice makes it perfect.
And we're back at the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. The post-free agency mock draft from at the NFL draft nerd, Jeremy Green. He is destined to win the media contest this year. So he's putting in all the practice. He's studying all of the mock drafts.
I am committed. This is my year.
Mm-hmm.
I have never come close. Well, first year I finished, 17th? Out of 100.
Somewhere up there, yeah.
100 and a bunch.
Yeah.
Last year, we're not going to talk about. Last year didn't happen. Last year was a blip year.
Yep.
This year, I'm in it to win it.
So we're going through his top 100 as of the end of the peak of free agency, I guess. Number 13 pick belongs to the Los Angeles Rams, Jeremy.
I think this was the hardest pick in the entire mock because I just can't figure out what they're supposed to do. They don't have a ton of holes. I mean, they've addressed that secondary
quite nicely.
Mm-hmm. Where would you go?
Oh, my. I probably try to look for a tackle. But do we have any?
Every single Rams fan tells me, no, they're good with McClendon. And you really don't have one because Fano and Maui Noah are both gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think there is one there. I don't think you need to take a corner. You've already invested heavily in that. So is there a merit to just taking the best player on the board?
Possibly.
It's almost like I set it up that way.
Mm-hmm.
Carnell Tate, wide receiver, Ohio State. Now I have 3.
Right.
Good luck. Because I have absolutely no idea how you're going to defend that. Carnell Tate, to me, on the high, if you had to list his high side, what would you say that it is?
I'd say he could probably be an all-pro at one point.
If you had a player comp high side, who would it be?
Oh, my goodness.
I'm putting you. Yes, I'm putting.
Yeah,
you.
you're putting me on the spot here.
I like doing that.
I don't know. I don't think he's Devontae Adams or anything.
I do.
Do you?
I do.
Wow.
Devontae Adams is the closest comp I've got on him.
Okay.
On the high side. I'm not saying he's going to be Devontae Adams. I'm saying on the high side, I think there is I think there's a similarity there. And for a year or two with Stafford, you have Puka cheap, Devontae, Tate cheap, and then down the line it's Tate and Nakua that carry the next quarterback into the new era of Rams football.
All right, well, the Washington Commanders traded down from 7 to 14 as the Ravens moved up to get an edge rusher. So the Commanders at 14, where do they go?
I'm trying to get a player. And, you know, I look at Washington, and I think this team is close. I really do. I think they're close. I've added pass rushers that can stand because I've got Caleb Chason, who that, by the way, is the biggest tip-off to the Commanders' defense that I've ever seen because I've never seen Chason be worth $8 with his hand in the dirt. Mm-hmm. You add that to Owa, who's stood up most of his career. Oh, so that means I need somebody that can force interior pressure. And I know that Commander fans are not going to love this, but I think the more you think about it, the more you're going to like it. Keldrick Falk, edge, 3-4 DN, defensive tackle. He can do a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. Auburn. I can already hear Gary Birch in my head. I'd hear it as it's happening. I get it that the production was not there, and I get it that you do not love the player. I'm well aware of that. If you look at the holes on the defense, here's what's going to happen as Washington is currently constituted. You have Javon Kinlaw, who is going to have to keep pressure off of Odafe Owa, and I'll go ahead and tell you, as somebody that watched him for a full year with the New York Jets, he can't do it. He cannot do it because there's only one way that he wins. Keldrick Falk wins a lot of ways. To me, this unlocks Odafe Owa to be everything you want him to be. I have Falk in that top 12-ish tier. I know not a lot of other people don't. When you watch him, he's not of this earth.
Yeah.
And there's just not a lot of those guys in this class.
No. At number 15, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I hate making Tank.
Just run. Sprint.
I hate making Tank happy with picks. And I did this mock, and I went, oh, shoot. Then I went 3 more rounds and went, I've done this 3 times now. He's liked every single pick I've made.
Oh, can I say it? Kenyon Sadiq, tight end out of Oregon. You give me that athletic freak out there. Hey, Tampa, we like to try this every generation. We try to go out and get a guy, Kellen Winslow Jr. Remember that? That worked pretty well in Tampa. I mean, the end of his career we won't talk about, but that went pretty well for a while. We tried the O.J. Howard thing and rode that until it just would not happen. Now, was that on him? Was that on the injuries? Was that on Jameis Winston? Well, now I got Baker Mayfield. I think I can match him up with a freak.
Oh, Kenyon Sadiq's a freak of nature. He's going to be virtually impossible to defend. He's going to be virtually impossible to line up against.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, just looking at Tampa Bay, Tank's made the joke of, they're going to take another stupid wide receiver. No. But I would not dispel the thought that you could take a target.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you lose the best red zone target you've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Why not add one that's, probably might be better? You never know.
Better?
I mean,
okay,
I'm saying, for the next little bit here, obviously. The last couple of years of Mike Evans versus Kenyon Sadiq, I'd probably be willing to put those numbers side by side.
I don't know that I would, but I do love Kenyon Sadiq, and I love the pick there for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
All right, so your Jets are on the clock at 16.
Yeah, we do the same thing that you did. Hey, you let the best player in the draft at his position fall to us, and it just so happens to be one of the biggest needs we have. Cool. There you go. Vega Ioane, guard, Penn State.
That's a big dude.
That's a BDD.
6'5", what's he, 330?
Yeah, I don't think he's that
320?
big. He is a people mover, as they say in the business.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, he's the best guard in this class, and I don't think it's all that close. There are people that have told me Ioane will not make it to the Jets at 16. I don't agree with them because I don't see a path that that's going to happen, solely because there's so many players that I do know are going to go in front of him.
Yep.
But if I'm a Jets fan, I'm walking away from this going, well, the defense is way better than it was. I think the offense could be competent with Geno Smith. I'm going to look to add another receiver at some point, but we've already got A.D. Mitchell. You got Garrett Wilson. You brought back Breece Hall, and you got Mason Taylor. That's a pretty good young group of targets. I want to add another one, but it's not going to be how high Mekhi Lemon, at least not right here.
Let's go number 17, the Detroit Lions.
Detroit's tough to figure out solely because you got to figure out which guy fits what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's one specifically because there's only really one left tackle in this class. I don't love him as much as everybody else, but I could see him being a Detroit Lion. Monroe Freeling, offensive tackle, Georgia.
And that's the one I probably would have gone for the Rams if they were going to go for a tackle.
But you already have Elric Jackson. Why would you? I'm not going to lie to you. Very rarely do I ever do something and I start thinking to myself, I did that wrong. And I heard so many Rams fans tell me, first of all, Elric Jackson's going to be the left tackle.
Yeah.
McClendon played well until he got into the playoffs. That scares the bejesus out of me, but does it scare me enough to bypass a Carnell Tate? Because I'll be honest with you, there's a possibility Monroe Freeling's not any better on the right side than Warren McClendon is.
Mm-hmm.
And I've wasted a top 15 pick on a player that's not better than what I had. You know what I know is better? Carnell Tate's better than the 3 on that team right now by a whole mess.
Than Kanata Mumpfield?
Yes.
Yes.
Monroe Freeling, if you've got to have a left tackle, he's the one. You're the Georgia fan. You tell me what I'm missing on him because I don't see it.
You don't see it. I mean,
I see it on a line with all the pieces that the Lions have.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Penei Sewell on the other side. I need to just be a one-on-one left tackle blindside protector. If you're telling me the Eagles, that's the other team that I see with Freeling where I go, okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me that with the Browns, with that hodgepodge of crap that you've got, I like all the individual pieces. You overpaid Zion Johnson. Elton Jenkins has been hurt a lot. Tevin Jenkins is hurt all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Titus Howard is fine. So you're telling me the one that's going to tie that together is Monroe Freeling. He couldn't tie the line together at Georgia.
I think he can be serviceable now, and what he can be coached up to be in the future, he could be the rug that ties the room together.
And that's the point. Is that with the Detroit Lions, that's what I need.
Yep.
I need the guy on the left side because I'm going to funnel everything to the right. The help is going to come to Monroe Freeling's side. With those other teams, that's not where it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm weak on the right side or I've got a guard that's going to have to be there to help. That's a recipe for him to get beat like a sled dog. The Detroit Lions, they don't have that problem.
Mm-hmm.
I think he can be really good there. I think he can be really good in Philadelphia. But I'm just not as cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on Monroe Freeling as a lot of other people seem to be.
The Vikings at number 18.
I did it the first time. I'm going to do it this time too. Dylan Theinman, safety, Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
To me, he's Harrison Smith, only hyper athletic. I think he is a super athletic version of what they got out of Harrison Smith. He's a weird prospect in that I did the same thing with him that I did with Monroe Freeling, which is I'm going to go back and figure out if I can see what it is about this kid that everybody else is seeing that I'm not. And then I just kind of watched him in a vacuum, as opposed to trying to see he's the rug that ties the room together, like what you just said. I started looking at him as just an individual player and his eyes and his instincts. And pretty quick, I started to figure out this kid's really pretty good. I don't know that he's ever going to be Sean Taylor or Rod Woodson or any of those guys, which is what I want a safety this high to be. But can he be Harrison Smith, who went in about this same area? Yeah, I do think he can be.
Mm-hmm.
And you've still got Brian Flores, who is unbelievably good at putting pieces where they belong.
That means the Carolina Panthers on the clock at number 19.
You know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
I keep doing this with them. You look at what is the piece that Carolina has not added? You got the pass rusher. You got the 2 young pass rushers you added last year. You feel pretty good about the secondary. You gave money to Trevon Moehrig. What's the one position that you have not really added the big boy piece at? Caleb Banks, defensive tackle, Florida. My only fear with Carolina, I'm afraid he's not there for you. And I think there is more of a possibility of that than people are letting on.
Mm-hmm. Well, it'll be damn sure nobody's running on that team.
I think Banks
with him and Derek Brown.
I think Banks has such an unbelievably high upside. I really do. I think his upside is through the roof. And that's coming from a Florida State guy. Like, I would love to diminish the kid. I just think we didn't see him last year. He played 90 snaps last year? So we didn't see him, and it was out of sight, out of mind, and everybody's forgotten just how good he was and why we were talking about him as high as we were.
Mm-hmm.
Because that kid was in the top 5 of mock drafts of people that – he never got that high for me, but he was in the top 5 of mock drafts of people that I believe in. I think they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. There are not many guys that are that size that can move that way. There's just not a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
And I think you add him to what they've already got, that defense could be real good.
The Dallas Cowboys, with their second pick of the first round, they took Francis Maui Noah at 12, number 20 overall.
Jermod McCoy, cornerback, Tennessee. Mm-hmm. At some point, I think you have to get a dude. My hope is that Savone Revel is going to be that guy. Is that he's going to be that true, honest-to-God number 2. He was almost inarguably the worst cornerback in the NFL last year. So, yes, even though you took him in the second round, it's hard for me to trust that to a super high level. They added Kobe Durant. Does that change anything for you?
No.
Do you think Kobe Durant's a high-end starter in this league? Because I don't.
I don't think he's a high-end starter. I think he's a quality starter.
I think he's a – no, I don't. I don't think he's a quality starter. I think he's a quality depth piece.
Okay.
I think he's a nice guy to sit behind McCoy and Revel. And this – I'll be honest with you, a lot of people that have heard me say this about McCoy went, oh, I guess after the Kobe Durant, you don't feel like they're taking McCoy anymore. No, actually, now I'm more convinced of it than I've ever been. Because I think Durant sits behind those two. Bland slides into the slot. They play a lot more nickel than they've played in the past. And now, if Revel or McCoy is not quite ready for prime time, Durant's the one that can step in and just sit back, learn the game. It's almost like a soft pillow. That's if this goes completely sideways, that's the soft place we can land. I don't think he's a starter.
Yeah. All right, and then we end the hour here with the final pick of the Pittsburgh Steelers at number 21.
I mean, I hate to go Shawn Michaels to Ric Flair here, but I love you. I'm sorry. Ty Simpson, quarterback, Alabama. I'm getting more and more convinced that they're going to take a quarterback at 21 because you can't keep riding this with Aaron Rodgers. Mm-hmm. And I don't think you could possibly trust it. I mean, it'd be one thing if Aaron had been great last year. He wasn't. So now not only are you worried about, is he coming back? You also have to worry, is he any good? Because I don't know the answer to that.
He wasn't terrible at the end of the season.
No,
last year.
He's not the worst quarterback in the NFL.
No,
he's not even close.
No, and he's better than Ty Simpson. So I would
hope.
He? Yes.
Is he? Yes. He's better at placing a football. He couldn't outrun me.
Okay.
The line for Pittsburgh, I don't think is better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust Mike McCarthy more than Mike Tomlin. I don't know. I think you have to get somebody in that room. If you go in with Mason Rudolph and Aaron Rodgers, I don't think you can feel great about it. I also am getting more and more scared by the day that he's going to screw you. I have long said that the way Aaron Rodgers goes out will be with big double birds to somebody. I thought it was going to be the Jets. The way he talked to McAfee scared me. I mean, because you remember, when he came to the Jets, I was watching Aaron Rodgers like a hawk. He sounded different. And maybe I'm reading too much into it. If he comes back, I feel like they're propping up a quarterback they don't believe in. And that could be Aaron. I think it's a rookie. Because I'm looking at Metcalf and Pittman going, I need an accurate quarterback. I need somebody that can be a little mobile because we're going to run the ball a lot. That's two really good blocking wide receivers. And I'm just the pieces aren't fitting together for me. I could be wrong, and if I am, I'll be the quickest one to admit it. Pittsburgh's probably not going to be in the quarterback depot next year because I don't see any way you bottom out and finish in the bottom 10.
Right. You are in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. The post-free agency mock draft continues with the pick 22 next.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
The more seasonable air continuing to come in with a south-southeast breeze today, mostly sunny this afternoon. Beautiful afternoon and evening out, though, but certainly grabbing a light jacket. 62 tonight, 35 and clear. Saturday, sunshine and milder, up near 70 degrees. Sunday, a few showers in the afternoon, 65, and that stronger front still poised to come in sometime Monday night. For the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajan.
This report sponsored by Odoo.com. All your business apps in one place. Your business deserves tools to make you feel in control, not overwhelmed. With Odoo's all-in-one, easy-to-use platform, everything is together so you can focus on what matters. Start at Odoo.com today. That's ODOO.com.
The world's best bull riders. One shot, 8 seconds, no mercy. The rankest bulls in the sport are waiting. This is professional bull riding. Watch it live as we unleash the beast. Today from Florida State University, only on Paramount Plus.
It's Matt
and Bowen here from Las Culturistas.
Celebrating 10 years of the podcast, we were joined by a very special guest, Nicole Kidman.
Download and listen on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Wendy's has a new Girl Scout Thin Mints Frosty Fusion with Girl Scout Thin Mints cookie pieces, rich creamy frosty, and a mint chocolate cookie sauce. Which means Girl Scout Thin Mints and Wendy's Frosty, yeah, they're basically best friends now. It's like two delicious desserts just high-fived, snapped a few too many friendship selfies, and then rode a tandem bike down a never-ending road of mint chocolate frosty perfection. So, swing by Wendy's and try the new Thin Mints Frosty Fusion.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Having trouble sleeping? Visit Mattress Firm during the Upgrade Your Sleep sale. Their sleep experts will help find your perfect bed from a premium selection of top brands. They make sleep easy.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Real subjects, real talk, guaranteed human.
Are we going to live under democracy or socialism?
2025 Edward R. Murrow Award winner for continuing coverage in a small market. News Radio 570 WWNC.
Some kids never smile. They're embarrassed by their crooked teeth. They want braces like the other kids, but their families can't afford them. Some may even try to straighten their teeth themselves. That can make everything worse. Luckily, there's Donated Orthodontic Services, a program from the American Association of Orthodontists. It helps provide orthodontic treatment to kids and teens whose families can't afford it. For kids who apply, are approved, and are matched with a volunteer orthodontist, it can be life-changing. Their treatment is in the hands of an expert, a licensed local orthodontic specialist who improves their smiles by correctly aligning teeth and jaws. Some kids think they'll never smile again, but Donated Orthodontic Services may help them smile with confidence. To link to the application and eligibility requirements, visit aaoinfo.org.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it, bang!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingalls studio.
All right, we are back at the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM and 1400. Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go. On the iHeart radio app, we're seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, and join us in the chat.
Things are happening.
Things are happening in the chat, and I'm not a fan of any of it. Every time I look at the chat, something else has ticked me off, so I'm just going to stop looking at the chat altogether. Not that that's any different than any other day, but do better. Do better, chat.
There are certain days where I just go, you know what? People are probably not going to be nice to me today.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? At the end of this day, I get to go home and have many fireballs and a lovely steak with my friends and my smoking hot wife. So you say all the nasty things you want to.
Yeah.
I don't care.
No sweat off of my brow.
The first person that ever told me that it was Todd McShay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, look at your life and then just realize that people just say mean things on the internet. And then you go, why again did I let that bother me?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like magic, I stopped.
Well, we took a break right before the Los Angeles Chargers picked. So picking it back up at number 22 overall in the 2026 post-free agency NFL Draft Nerd mock draft.
Why am I the only one that ever does the Go Chargers Go thing? You don't ever do that.
No, I don't. It's not. I mean, it's not as funny to me. I don't know.
You should.
On the clock. Go Chargers, go!
You sounded like Cookie Monster. That wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger. That was Cookie Monster. I like cookie.
That's what he sounds like.
Emmanuel Pregnon, guard, Oregon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The next spokesman for Trojan, Emmanuel Pregnon.
I was like, what?
Interior offensive lineman from Oregon.
I like this kid. He has center guard flexibility, which to me makes him more attractive to the Chargers because I'm not. I know you signed Tyler Biadasz, but Biadasz has had injury. He has an injury history. I'm in like with him, not love. And so I think having Pregnon that I just know I'm going to be able to slot into a spot makes me feel better. Plus, he's been really successful at Wyoming, USC, and Oregon, playing in 3 wildly different schemes. So, I mean, I think the kid's really versatile. There's a big drop-off at guard to me after Pregnon, unless you consider one guy to be a full-time guard, which I kind of do.
Okay.
Depending on the team he goes to.
All right. Number 23, that pick belongs to the Philadelphia Eagles.
I mean, he's our business manager, Megan's favorite player in this entire class. We've gotten to hear more about him than you would ever think. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to lie, I know he has short arms, but with this team, I don't care. Cassius Howell, edge rusher, Texas A&M. You know when you watch the tape on that kid, it's really easy to go, okay, I understand how you've been so successful. He is, and I don't ever really use this term with an edge rusher, but it fits him quite nicely. That kid is shifty as all get out. You don't see many guys that size whose feet are that quick. And his are just lightning fast. Mm-hmm. And I think with all the pieces that they have, and I think back to guys that Howie's fallen in love with, Jalix Hunt is longer, but it's the athleticism that would really have intrigued you about him. Nolan Smith was undersized. Mm-hmm. Now you add another guy that can come get after the quarterback. You've already invested in Jordan Davis. There are rumors that they may have floated the idea of trading Jalen Carter. I have not confirmed that, and I think it may legitimately be the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. So I think that's your front, but you need somebody else that can get after the quarterback. Because what you have is not enough for me. Am I wrong there?
No. I mean, this is what they do. They add pieces that they can just rotate in and out. Kind of gives you a little bit of that, sleight of hand magic sometimes with the play calling and such. I think it's a great idea.
Well, I mean, first of all, the next team that tells me we have too many pass rushers, that'll be the first time that's ever been said to me.
No doubt about it. When you're stacked like the Eagles are and don't have many holes, you can just keep loading up on these positions, and they tend to do it on the defensive side of the ball.
See, and for me, that's the difference between Washington and Philadelphia, is that Philadelphia can take the pass rusher that's just the highest graded guy on their board and look 2 years in the future. Yeah. Washington still has more holes than that. The hope is that eventually you get there and can just take, hey, guy may not be a huge contributor in year one. Give him a year or two, he's going to be a dog.
Yep. At number 24, the Cleveland Browns.
I'm going to say this pick will actually, hold on. We have a super chat.
Okay.
Because it's all about the money. All about the money. I do this for my hustle all day.
It's from Curtis Davis said, I like Pregnon. Thank you for not picking Proctor again. We learned our lesson on that one. We're going to try to give him to another team, and if this team doesn't like him, because this team has a history with Alabama players, if they don't like him, I'm just going to start taking Caden Proctor in the 4th round because nobody's ever going to be happy with it again. So, also, tank, stick to bolt gang, or don't bang. Go, Chargers, go, is Jeremy's.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie, I used him there because I needed a second, too.
Let's just switch all the frames
I had to move all the frames around. So, Anthony asked what my thoughts on his last few comments are. Until we get through the first round, I can't see them until they make that noise in my ear, like that one. So I can't see it until the second round. Super chats I can see, and we have another one. It's also from Curtis Davis, who said, plus drafting a card is probably the only thing stopping me from going Marshall Mathers LP1 on Ortiz right now. I'm not going to lie to you.
That's points.
Curtis Davis he had said some things over the days about Joe Ortiz that I was like, if I don't give them a guard, and it just so happened that it fell that way. I think Curtis might lose his absolute mind because and look, he's not wrong. It's one thing when you say things to me and I go, you're not right. Everything Curtis has said is completely accurate. Some other people, I'm not going to name names, have said some things to me where I go, I'll take it under advisement. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
All right, we ready for the Cleveland Browns at 24?
Yes. Caleb Lamu, offensive tackle, Utah. This is going to sound crazy when I say it because I think I've actually been one of the louder ones saying, we've got so many guys here that can only play on the right side. I'm getting more and more to the thought that I think Fano and Lamu are at least worth a shot on the left side. More Lamu than Fano, but I think Caleb Lamu can play on the left side. Currently, Cleveland needs a left tackle because if you're banking on DeJuan Jones, I think you're going to be disappointed. I really do. I think you will be disappointed. Do you think he's a legit left tackle in this league?
Probably.
Really?
I mean, I feel like he's got the strength for it.
Well, yeah, he does because he's built like a house.
He's got the build for it.
The build is my problem. I don't think his knees will ever hold up. I really don't. Okay. I could count on one hand the number of guys I've ever seen that are that big that have played more than 3 or 4 years in the league. And with all the additions you've made, if you wind up with him sitting on the bench again with his arm in a sling or his knee in a brace, none of it matters. Because the left side of that line will be such an unbelievable freight train of pass rushers.
So is he like too athletic for his size? Is that what you're saying?
Well, he's too big. He's too big. So
let's put him in a weight program.
Yes, because nobody's ever tried that. Ohio State actually was just – you know what they did? They brought him nothing but mini taco salads from Taco Bell so he could just go every day. I really needed a reason to take a bite of that. I'm about to start
All right, so Lomo's got a weight problem. I see what you're saying.
It's super good.
All right, so Lomo's gonna be a weight problem. Is that what you're saying?
No. DeJuan Jones.
Lamu's
thin. DeJuan Jones is so big, I just can't trust him to stay healthy.
Sure.
So at the very least, I think Lamu finds a place. I think he can be on the left, though.
All right, let's go to pick number 25.
The fact you thought I was talking about Lamu explains all of your questions way more because I was like, what are you talking about?
No, I thought
too athletic for his size. He weighs 400 freaking pounds.
I thought we were talking about Caleb Lamu. I was like, that dude's pretty athletic. He should not have a problem.
No, Lamu's a freak of nature.
Yeah.
I think his freakiness actually can put him on the left side potentially, which is why I gave him to Cleveland.
Precisely. At number 25, the Chicago Bears.
The sounder there got way quieter. That was weird. TJ Parker. Edge rusher Clemson. Now, I want to sound this out just solely because I know Bears fans are going to go, you're stupid, because they love doing that to me. I am not saying that edge rusher is your biggest need because it is not. What I'm saying is I like taking Parker here and then addressing defensive tackle later because I think that looks better. I think it winds up better. Because name me the defensive tackle you'd take right here. Because for me, there's only one.
I don't know. Who?
Caden McDonald. And I don't think he does what you're wanting him to do. He fits certain teams. I don't think he fits you. And so I get to this point of I can have a really high-end edge rusher and have 3 that I can rotate with Parker. Or I take a tackle too early You've got a 2 second-round picks that I think you can address one. And that's part of mock drafting is you have to figure out, where do I allocate my assets where? Where do I get the best group of players? Obviously, I get a better player in round 1, but do I have to reach so hard for something else that I'm better off to just let it slide?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I'm at with the Bears.
This isn't the Lee Hunter pick.
Lee Hunter's 21-inch vertical is every time I go to select him in a round that starts with a 1, I go, I can't. You can't jump over a Nashville City phone book. And I know that's not a huge deal for a defensive tackle, but I just can't help it.
I do like tackles that can swat down passes, though.
And I'm not – he'd have to have 14-foot arms just to be able to block a pass because he can't jump off the ground.
Bears taking T.J. Parker at number 25. That puts the Bills on the clock at number 26.
Well, you swung and missed on Mike Evans, so why not go get a younger version of him? Denzel Boston, wide receiver out of Washington. I'm not saying wide receiver is their biggest need. I can't take a corner here because I don't think it makes you any better.
No, this makes all the sense in the world to me. We've been talking about what's the one thing that Josh Allen's missing? Targets.
Yes,
targets.
He needs targets.
This
is a big one.
I just got DJ Moore. I'm going out and getting Denzel Boston, and I'm feeling pretty swoofed about the big 3 skill position players with James Cook, along with Josh Allen.
I just saw somebody say that Keldrick Faulk's just a guy. I will never understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's the first time I've looked at the chat.
I'm telling you, stop! Don't even look at the chat. There's stupidity going on in there that is just next level.
I don't
like
think
there's a gas leak in this place.
don't-
What's wrong with you people?
I don't think that's stupidity. I don't understand watching the tape on Falk, who was on a defense literally by himself.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't believe me, hey, go check where the first Auburn player not named Keldrick Faulk is drafted in this class. Give you a hint. It's not applicable. There ain't one.
Not a single
Not
player?
a single one.
Not a
There's
seventh-round
only
corner?
There's only 2 Auburn players in the entire class that I think get drafted, Connor Lew and Keldrick Faulk. That's how bad that defense was.
Okay.
And he was a carryover.
Mm-hmm.
Keldrick Faulk's really, really, really talented.
So Denzel Boston at 26.
We have a super chat, and then
Okay.
we'll take a break and finish out the first round in the next segment.
Mm-hmm.
Show me the money, the money. Show me the money. I like the cash.
That's from Colin. He's asking about Mansour Delane. So, Jeremy, does Delane, the cornerback from LSU, fit into the Spagnuolo defensive scheme? LSU ran a 3-4 last year, so I'm curious if his skill set translates well to how Spagnuolo uses his corners. That's the beauty of Mansour Delane. Mansour Delane is kind of the I got to come up with an analogy on the fly. He's the what was it? You remember that CD that they used to come out with in the 90s? Now That's What I Call Music?
Yeah.
And it was just like a little bit of everything.
It's all the greatest hits.
That's what Mansour Delane is, because he's played off zone, he's played on ball, he's played virtually any tactic you could look to implore a corner with, he's done it. Because LSU and Virginia Tech's defensive schemes are about as similar as Tank and I. So I swear to God, I think that's why he went to LSU. Hey, watch this. I can do that too.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing he can't do. That's how good that kid. That's why, by the way, Tank, let's take a guess at how high Jeremy has Mansour Delane in his top 100.
24.
Higher.
15.
Higher.
9.
Higher.
7.
Higher.
5.
Lower. 6. He's my 6.
Okay.
He is my
Pretty high.
6.
That's pretty high. That's Makai Lemon high right there.
No. Very few things are Makai Lemon high. And if they are, they're eating a Taco Bell mini taco salad like I'm about to.
Indeed. That's a little bit of a foreshadowing there. I didn't even realize that. Going into the break here on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400 San Francisco 49ers on the clock at the post free agency mock draft next.
The iHeartRadio app now has presets, just like in the car. You're our number one. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the Mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
Our 2026 iHeart Podcast Awards are happening live at South by Southwest.
And the winner is...
Watch live Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, free at Veeps.com or the Veeps app.
This is the biggest night in podcasting.
Bring the good with avocados from Mexico. Whether you're listening, snacking, or simply enjoying the moment, spark the joy with every bite. Bring the good flavor, rich and craveable.
Avocados from Mexico. Always good.
This is Jim.
Hello.
Jim started advertising with iHeartRadio way back in April. And now...
I have customers out the door.
And this is Sarah.
Hi.
She started putting a portion of her marketing dollars in podcasting back in June.
Business is booming. That's why I'm working on a Saturday.
Want to be like Jim and Sarah? It's easy. All you have to do is own or manage a business and reach out to iHeart. Get started today at 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
The world's best bull riders. One shot, 8 seconds, no mercy. The rankest bulls in the sport are waiting. This is professional bull riding. Watch it live as we unleash the beast. Today from Florida State University, only on Paramount Plus.
I'm Daniel Jeremiah.
And I am Greg Rosenthal.
I know that, Greg. We're teaming up on 40s and Free Agents, the podcast that owns the NFL offseason.
This is where teams are built. Free agency, the combine, pro days, trades. Every move matters.
From my draft boards and mock drafts
to my vaunted top 101 free agents and how rosters come together.
Quarterback movement,
surprise signings.
We'll tell you what it means and who really wins. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search 40s and Free Agents, and listen now.
This is ESPN Asheville, Asheville's #1 sports station.
Coming up the middle on a blitz, he throws to the end zone, touchdown!
Beer City's Tar Heel station.
Off the back, Wilson comes soaring in to dunk it home.
Home of the Sportsocracy.
He said, Kyle Shanahan asked, why isn't tic-tac-toe named Hugs and Kisses?
Hugs and Kisses.
Now that's all Take's going to call it.
Live from the Ingalls studio, weekdays at noon. ESPN Asheville.
It's the moment you dream of, the moment you work for, train for, run wind sprints when nobody's watching for, the moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time, all culminate into this time, the moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this, your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
The Sportsocracy.
Gets the rebound, passes it to the man, shoots it, and boom goes the dynamite.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville. It's a mock draft Friday, the post-free agency mock draft. Still in the first round here.
Yeah, we only missed that by half an hour.
Yeah.
Anybody surprised?
Mm-mm.
You new here?
Look, Jeremy knows a lot, and he likes to share all of the things that he knows about all of these guys.
Oh, by the way, all of you that posted my name in your favorite draft analyst from Sam Monson yesterday, thank you. That was very nice. I got like a handful of Twitter notifications, and I looked at the question and I went, "Oh,
nice,
that feels good.
Good for you. Good for you." We pick up at number 27. The 26th pick was by the Buffalo Bills. It was Denzel Boston, wide receiver out of Washington. Why? Because they didn't get Mike Evans, because Mike Evans went to the San Francisco 4th and Niners, and now 49ers are on the clock at number 27.
How I'm himself, Mekhi Lemon.
That's a big old red flag.
Well, I mean, look, a lot of people smoke weed. I wouldn't do it at the combine.
Right.
But there does come a point, especially in a draft like this, where Mekhi Lemon's been the highest rated player on this board for about 14 picks now. And I just look at him, you add that to Mike Evans and Pearsall, that's a really good set of targets.
Mm-hmm.
I think with Mekhi Lemon, you could make the argument San Francisco has the best set of weapons in the NFL. And with that defense where it's currently sitting, you're going to need them because the defense is not good. And you went from Bob Saleh to Raheem Morris. Ew.
Mm-hmm.
That's like going from this lovely mini taco salad to a bowl of cat food. I love Raheem as a person. I don't want him coaching squat.
Mekhi Lemon at 27 to the San Francisco 49ers.
He's so slick.
Mm-hmm.
If he can play exclusively in the slot, which is what I'm hoping, is that a team takes him with the intention
He's
of
a
doing that.
super talented guy.
He is insanely talented.
Mm-hmm.
And he's built just like Amon-Ra St. Brown. Same measurables, same virtually everything. I don't think he's that kind of player.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's more of just he's a win off the first step slot. And in that Kyle Shanahan offense, there is so much you can do with it. Look how good Deebo Samuel was in that offense for how many years.
I was going to say, he could eat up a lot of yards.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of yards. At number 28, the Houston Texans.
So would you say Mekhi Lemon is a yak queen? If you're into hip-hop, you got that? And it's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I forgot it. I made that stupid joke. I forgot who the pick was. Blake Miller, tackle out of Clemson. I am starting.
I don't know why you're picking offensive linemen. That offensive line is
good.
good.
It's good. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I'm starting to wonder with Houston. Okay, so there really aren't any left tackles here. Blake Miller's a guy that'll play on the right. So I'm starting to wonder, and you tell me if I'm just completely crazy here. Where are all these guys supposed to play? All right, so Urshry plays on the left.
Yep.
Which I would not have seen a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Trent Brown's the backup
Yes.
swing tackle?
Yes.
Braden Smith's the right tackle.
Yes.
Then what? Ed Ingram. But then what?
Mm-hmm.
I actually think Blake Miller can play guard. I don't know that he should. I've already used the Houston Texans for Caden Proctor, and at this point, that's almost like having to be on call. Your team only has to do that one time because I think every fan base hates him. Sorry, a fan base that's coming up quicker than you want them to.
Do either of those tackles kick in this scenario?
Braden Smith can.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm curious if that's – when I made this pick, they had just signed Braden Smith, and I was on the phone talking about the Texans line when it came down. And I did kind of start to think, maybe they signed him to play guard. I don't know. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But there's not, for me, unless you're going to go Caden Proctor again, there's not really a guard. But Blake Miller would be your starter for me at right tackle. Okay. At this point, I just want to throw a bunch of things to that line and see if you figure it out. Because they suck a lot.
But
and you're going to get C.J. Stroud unalived before this is all said and done.
Nick Caserio says that is not the problem that they have. It was not the offensive line. That offensive line was good. Let's go number 29, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Good and terrible. Akeem Mesidor, edge rusher, Miami. Oh, but you said he's 1,000 years old. He is. He's 25 years old. And that bothers me a lot. Until I watched the tape and realized that with Kansas City, you do realize the good times won't roll forever. You got to find somebody that can rush a passer. And I think Mesidor can. Where he fits best beats the absolute heebie-jeebers out of me. Because it seems like every time I slot him in a place, there's something about his game that I don't love until I slotted him next to Chris Jones, and all of a sudden I went, oh, yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That could be just fine. Mesidor's a good player. It's just hard to find the fit. That's been my problem with him the whole time. Is it's not that I don't like him. I think I got him in the think he's like right at 40 for me on the overall big board. But he's the last edge rusher that I really feel any kind of way about for several picks. It's just, who's going to look at that name and go, that's my guy?
Yeah. Number 30, that pick belongs to the Denver Broncos.
This has been my guy for them for a while, and it's probably going to continue being. Caden McDonald, defensive tackle, Ohio State. If you're looking for somebody to plug in the middle of a defense, he might be the best in this class because he is absolutely going to change the way you defend the run. He's that good. I mean, I've made the comparison before. If you like Tyleik Williams and you don't like Caden McDonald, I'm going to need you very slowly to explain to me why, because it doesn't really make a ton of sense to me.
Mm-hmm. At number 31, the New England Patriots.
And here's where friends become foes. It's Caden Proctor time. Sorry, New England. Here's your day in the barrel. Caden Proctor, offensive lineman, Alabama. Mm-hmm. That franchise, and I get it, Bill's not there. They have long had a fascination with Alabama players. I cannot figure out where this guy's going to go, but he can only fall so far. And New England was about the last spot where I'm going, they're not going to say no to him. They're not. If you look at how that team's built, you kick Wilson into center, which I think they're already doing. Mm-hmm. You have Vera Tucker. You have Moses. I think Campbell ends up staying at left tackle, and then you put Caden Proctor at left tackle. Or at left guard, excuse me. How do they have a solution that's better than that? And I just couldn't get away from it.
But they've got Onwenu.
They do. Did I leave out the part where one of those pieces was Elijah Vera Tucker? You know, the guy who gets a hangnail and he's out for 8 weeks?
Yeah, sure. But you just paid him big money, too.
No, don't get duped by the deal. A lot of the guarantee and that's in the front. If he gets hurt, they get out of that for virtually nothing.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying there was an investment there.
There are also people that think Morgan Moses is not going to be on this team.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then it makes more sense that way.
And that's I can't tell you which route it's going to go. I don't know. But there's been a lot of talk about offensive linemen, and the only thing they did was add a player that I really like who's super injury prone.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I was sad to see him go, but Tank can attest to this. He was sitting across from me when the deal came down. He signed with a bitter rival in my own division. Did I weep piningly after Elijah Vera Tucker? No. I do think you have to have something that is a backup plan there. Could they look to add it later? Sure. New England is really hard to figure out what do you attack? Are you going to take Jacob Rodriguez at 31? And yes, I did consider that for way longer than you probably wanted me to.
All right, and the final pick of the first round of the post-free agency Sportsocracy mock draft from @the NFL Draft Nerd. The 32nd pick belongs to the Seattle Seahawks.
Emmanuel McNeil, safety, Toledo. Losing Kobe Bryant was the confirmation for me of this is where this is going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because I look at that kid and go, he ain't falling out of the first round. I don't see a path in a class that I am this bootsy about all of the players in it. Because once you get past 10, the grades are very, very similar. I don't see how that kid, who is one of the few that I think can be special, I don't see how he falls out of the first round. I think he has to go here somewhere. And Seattle makes just so much sense. Because you've got him and Eamon Worry and Julian Love, and that defense stays multiple. You can send guys from everywhere. For me, it's too intriguing not to do.
You are in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. We'll continue with the post-free agency mock draft, second round, next.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
The more seasonable air continuing to come in with a south-southeast breeze today, mostly sunny this afternoon. Beautiful afternoon and evening out, though, but certainly grabbing a light jacket. 62 tonight, 35 and clear. Saturday, sunshine and milder, up near 70 degrees. Sunday, a few showers in the afternoon, 65. That stronger front still poised to come in sometime Monday night. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Staging.
This report sponsored by the experts at Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate, the real estate leader in Western North Carolina.
Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate is not like other real estate companies. They're built differently. As the #1 family-owned real estate company in the U.S., proven expertise and personalized service delivers results. Let them show you how at Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks.
It's Matt
and Bowen here from Las Culturistas.
Celebrating 10 years of the podcast, we were joined by a very special guest, Nicole Kidman.
Download and listen on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Scarlett Johansson. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. You can join the movement to end hunger by donating, volunteering, and advocating. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio. One tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local stations. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcast. Search sports on iHeartRadio and lock in.
ESPN Asheville, broadcasting from the Ingles studio at Radio Ranch. Log on to ESPNAVL.com and make us your #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app. ESPN Asheville, #1 for sports coverage in the mountains.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have: Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
That's the way I feel when my team wins. And if I want to jump up and down when my team wins, and if I want to hug my players when they do good, I'm going to do it.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. It's a mock draft Friday. We made it through the first round.
Yeah, Jeremy gets to stop being his visual producer now. Let's go. Now I can talk excrement in the chat. You want to talk now? Let's go.
We've got round 2 of the draft coming up next. At number 33 overall, the New York Jets with that selection.
And you don't have to keep hitting the button because, frankly, that button's going
to get annoying.
Yeah, that button's going to make me want to throw myself out in front of a bus before this all said and done.
I could hit this button.
That's what she said.
Oh, that button's driving me crazy. Omar Cooper Jr., wide receiver, Indiana. Hey, look, I said he didn't belong in the first round. I didn't say he didn't belong at the top of the second round. Because you give me that player with Garrett Wilson and A.D. Mitchell, and that's 3 really multiple guys that can get over the top. They allow Mason Taylor to be the garbage man, Breece Hall coming out of the backfield. And I think I fixed the offensive line with Bega Ioane.
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot to like there.
Absolutely. Omar Cooper Jr. to the Jets. Hardest hit, Las Vegas Raiders.
Disagree, because there's another Indiana receiver that I think I would rather have if I'm them.
At 34, the Arizona Cardinals.
C.J. Allen, linebacker at Georgia. I am officially to the point of I think he's going to fall out of the first round. Because he's so run-centric. He fits in – I think he's very scheme versatile.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of falls in that same thing I said with Mesidor, is that I struggle to see how a team in the first round is going to go, yeah, that's my guy. I think Arizona would be really happy, and that's one of those the rug that ties the room together pieces of that's a linebacker that allows the edges to be edges, allows the front to be the garbage guys, and then he just comes in and makes plays. I also think C.J. Allen's better than a lot of other people do.
He's a very good player.
I think he's a great player. It's going to take a minute
for him to catch up to speed. Number 35, Tennessee Titans, staying in state.
Chris Brazzell, wide receiver out of Tennessee. At some point, you have to find somebody that can play on the outside and beat a corner on the outside, and I think Brazzell's the one. I always find it funny, and maybe it's because I'm close to the Tennessee staff. I find it funny, all these people that say, Tennessee wide receivers are lazy. No, the way they get their rest in that high-paced offense is there are times that guys are just decoys.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard this about every Tennessee receiver over the last 5 years. They all take plays off. They're told to. Brazzell's huge and can fly.
Mm-hmm. Raiders with the 36th pick.
Max Ionacher, offensive tackle out of Arizona State. We may not know how old he is. He could be Manute Bol for all I know. But he is really, really good.
How do we not know how old he
is? So he immigrated here when he was a kid.
Okay.
He played AAU basketball. Mm-hmm. We know what day his birthday is. We don't know what year his birthday was. This is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. This happens in AAU basketball all the time because guys will come in here and they play under 15, but they're actually 17 years old. We have no clue how old this kid is. I think he's 24. I have worked this backwards because, look, no matter how good you are, you're not running out a 19-year-old kid against 15-year-olds and nobody go, excuse me, question, I have a question. Could we possibly see that kid's birth certificate? I'll save you looking. You're not going to find it.
No, I was just curious.
Yeah, I believe he is 24.
All right. Max Ionacher, or I'm an anchor. That's.
Oh yeah. look at Dank. He's doing stuff.
37, the New York Giants.
Gary said Max 1997. That would make him 29 years old. I don't think he was born in 97.
Mm-hmm.
But possibly.
Yeah. 37th pick for the Giants.
37 for the Giants is KC Concepcion, wide receiver, Texas A&M. I'm not as wild about him as other people, but I do look at how John Harbaugh used Zay Flowers, and I think he could be similar. He's not the deep threat that Zay is. They don't call him Big Play Zay for nothing. But if you're looking at a player that can play predominantly out of the slot, can hit a big one every once in a while, and is just a quarterback's best friend, with him and Likely and Neighbors, I think you have the pieces to see what you got in Dart, especially adding Jeremiah Love.
Get him in some space. Throw it to him over the middle.
Don't throw it to him over the middle.
Let his legs take.
If you throw it to him over the middle, he's going to lay down like an old cat next to the radiator. Just nope. I don't want to get hit. I want to play flag football.
That's how you stay alive as a wide receiver.
Stay alert. Stay alive. I could just hear KC Concepcion saying that to Malik Neighbors.
Absolutely.
Hey, you know what happened to you last year? You know why? Because you got hit. Don't ever get hit again. Exactly. You know that white line over there? Stand on it all the time.
Yep.
It is your friend. We call it base.
Mm-hmm. Some people might say that's a little yellow. I would say work smarter, not harder. 38, the Houston Texans.
Jacob Rodriguez. I don't think that kid's falling out of the top 40. Every single team I have talked to has said how much they like him. He's very scheme versatile because he's not super small.
Mm-hmm.
Look, small in this linebacker class is Kyle Luis, who next to me looks like a little kid. You know how I know? Because I saw him do it. Jacob Rodriguez is a quarterback on the defense. I mean, he played quarterback. He's played running back. He's played linebacker, tight end. He can just do a little bit of everything. He has an absolute nose for the ball. And in that D'Amico Ryan system, I think linebackers, they've been trying to shoehorn guys, whether it's Christian Harris or Henry To'o. They've never had that one guy that ties it all together. And I think Rodriguez can be that. I may be giving him too much credit, but I do think he can be that guy.
I agree with you. I think he can be that guy, and I'd have it on good authority that there's a team not picking far from here that really, really wants him. And if word gets out that he's hot, no, I wouldn't put it past Mr. Light to try to make a trade to get up there to get him.
Oh, Red Sea said we took Allen over Rodriguez. Jeremy, every team in the NFL would take C.J. Allen over Jacob Rodriguez. Now, would they kill for Jacob Rodriguez's brain to be in C.J. Allen's head? Absolutely.
No doubt about it.
If we perfect lobotomies, C.J. Allen's body with Jacob Rodriguez's brain is Ray Lewis.
That's not what a lobotomy is, but okay.
That's where you put a new brain in.
No. Lobotomy is where you take part of the brain out. We don't want to do that. We want to do a transplant. We want to put a brain in the head.
I don't know. I'm not a brainologist. I'm a draft nerd. Whatever means taking one brain out and putting the other one in.
Let's just remember, brainiology was not his strong suit in college.
No.
The 39th pick.
I wasn't really good at anything that ended in ology, especially the ones that they tried to make me take at 8 o'clock in the morning. The Cleveland Browns, Avion Terrell, cornerback, Clemson. He's so thin, but he's so sticky in coverage and he's so fast. This is one of the weird, and there are certain anomalies that I see on tape that just get stuck in my head, and so you're going to hear me say them a lot. I kept looking at the slot position with the Cleveland Browns because they lost Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, who it now unfortunately looks like may never be able to play again. They lost him, and there were times with really good slot receivers that they just got annihilated. I think they're going to look to take care of that pretty early, especially having 3 picks in the top 39. Terrell, to me, I considered him at 24. I just thought Lamu was a way higher high side. Avion Terrell is going to be a good player in the NFL. He may just be stuck in the slot.
Number 40, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Zachariah Branch, wide receiver, Georgia. You got Mansour Delane in the first round. You got Akeem Mesdor, so you dealt with the offense, or dealt with the defense. Now let's get a weapon for old Pat. We'll find you one that can absolutely fly. I've said this routinely. Zachariah Branch is if Reggie Bush had played wide receiver, Zachariah Branch is what he would have looked like. He's a good player, and with a good quarterback, he can be a threat.
Number 41, Cincinnati Bengals.
Colton Hood, cornerback out of Tennessee. I think this kid has a high side to where he can push Dax Hill inside early. The problem with Hood is, and we see this with a lot of guys in the draft, we start talking about him in the first round, and they start nitpicking him like first-rounders. He's not a first-rounder. I don't know that I ever really thought he was. I had him to the Rams a lot with that 29th pick. 29 in this draft is not really a first-rounder. Colton Hood belongs in this area. Can he turn into a really good corner in the NFL? I think so. But it's probably going to take a year, and he'll probably take some lumps early on. Just look at the tape with no McCoy, what he was at Tennessee. Good thing is I do like Turner a lot with the Bengals.
Number 42, the New Orleans Saints.
Brandon Cisse, cornerback out of South Carolina.
Okay.
I love that kid. You know my affinity for South Carolina defenders.
I was going to say, that's definitely keeping things physical down there in the Crescent City.
Yeah, if you look at, to me, Cisse is going to play that Tyrann Mathieu, Brian Branch, where he's going to play a little bit of safety, he's going to play some of the slot, but I think he's an anomaly in that I think he can play some on the outside too. He's just an absolute chess piece. I was at his media avail at the Combine, and I'm not going to lie. The more he talked, the more I was like, I want this kid on my team badly.
Mm-hmm.
He's just got that – he has that fire that I really appreciate. And then you watch his tape, and it comes through on the tape of no play is ever over until a referee comes billowing in.
Yep. Now comes the letdown pick of the second round. The Miami Dolphins get to pick somebody to go to purgatory.
Chris Johnson, cornerback, San Diego State. I hate that Miami secondary as it currently sits. You add Chris Johnson and Caleb Downs, and I believe my opining will change pretty vehemently. I love that kid. I'm higher on Johnson than most. I know the industry has Hood ahead of him, and this is a little corner run. We've had, 3 and 4 picks or 4 and 5 picks?
Mm-hmm.
This is a little corner run, and I have a weird feeling that's exactly how it's going to happen in the draft because so many teams have those guys so close from what I'm told. And it's going to be pick your poison. Which one is your guy? In this, it so happened that I got 4 guys to 4 teams that fit really, really well.
Number 44, your New York Jets.
Big Lee Hunter, defensive tackle, Texas Tech.
But he can't jump.
He can't jump, which is why I'm willing to take him in the second round. It doesn't change the fact he's still a really good football player. He's just about as athletic as a wet sneeze. So how far is he supposed to fall?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because really, this is – even here, he's the last defensive tackle in the run because Banks is gone, Woods is gone. Now you're into the Dante Corleone, Dominique Orange. And to me, there's a jump there.
Mm-hmm.
I like both of those guys. But Lee Hunter's a better football player right now. And if you tell me, I want you to think about what I'm going to say here. So now that Jets front seven, which was a disaster last year, now has Asai and Reese and McDonald with Tavondre Sweat and Lee Hunter in the middle. Good luck to you. That's 2 of the biggest human beings I've ever seen in my life. And there was a little glee there. That's the first time I've smiled talking about the Jets in a long time.
Look at that.
I felt good.
Look at that.
It's almost like reminiscing about an ex-girlfriend who slept with your dad. Just the good times were good, and then the bad times were real bad. I broke both people in this room.
Mike, what did you do to this child?
Woo!
Or Rick, excuse me.
Gotcha.
Wow. All right, to your new favorite team, the Washington Commanders at 45. Where did they decide to go?
Oh, let's see. Mike Washington Jr., running back out of Arkansas. Do they currently have a bell cow running back?
No.
They do now. Mike Washington, and look, he's going to be one of those I think that I put on the wall with Amon-Ra and all those. I tried to tell you this months ago.
Mm-hmm.
You watch him and you see DeMarco Murray.
Was the development just not there in Bill Krosky? He got his chances, but
Krosky was I can't remember if he went in the 6th or the 7th. It's one or the other.
He's like 6th.
And I get it. He missed his senior year, but the reason is because he's not a bell cow back. In this draft, I think there are 3. And I'm actually being nicer than most. Most people think there are 2. That it's Jeremiah Love and now Mike Washington. The issue with Krosky Merritt is that he's a part of a committee. Mike Washington is the head of the committee. Mm-hmm. And that's a dude that's going to be tough to deal with. Because here's something not a lot of people know about him, because you're learning him now. You saw how big he was at the Combine. You see how fast he ran. He can catch passes too. And he can be an absolute threat out of the backfield. Knowing what you knew about DeMarco Murray, would you take him at 45 overall in this class?
Yes.
Yep. Well, the Washington Commanders just did the same thing.
Nice. And then
By the way, that was the extra pick you got from not taking
trade.
David Bailey, who plays a position where you already have 2 guys. That's why I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to love it. That was just me sounding out why I did it.
Yep. And then the Bucs at 46 before the break.
Joshua Josephs, edge rusher, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
This is Tank's favorite player in the NFL draft because he's named after his 2 children.
Both of my sons. And Joshua Josephs we will definitely have Joshua Joseph's jerseys
really,
in the house.
really quick first step.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a really quick first step.
I got to find somebody that can rush a passer down there.
He can do that. If you ask him to do other things, I think you might be left a little wanting, but he can rush passer.
Mm-hmm. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. We'll take a break. Continue with the post-free agency mock draft up next.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
The more seasonable air continuing to come in with a south-southeast breeze today, mostly sunny this afternoon. Beautiful afternoon and evening out, though, but certainly grabbing a light jacket. 62 tonight, 35 and clear. Saturday, sunshine and milder, up near 70 degrees. Sunday, a few showers in the afternoon, 65, and that stronger front still poised to come in sometime Monday night. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's new Luxe Value menu has 10 lavish indulgences, all $3 or less. It's easy to get carried away. Like when you try the new mini taco salad, you might ask, do I need a salad fork? The fork in the bag's fine. Luxe Value menu at participating locations while supplies last. Price and participation vary. Tax extra.
It's Matt
and Bowen here from Las Culturistas.
Celebrating 10 years of the podcast, we were joined by a very special guest, Nicole Kidman.
Download and listen on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
In the morning,
U.S. military continuing to conduct airstrikes on drug boats.
During lunch, things I wish we had more of, people held accountable for hypocrisy. At work,
this program is going to cover this, and we're going to be prepared for whatever might come our way.
On the way home,
that's how sick things are getting in this country.
At home,
game on, baby. Super Bowl. Put the ball in the end zone.
Whatever the time, wherever you may be, when you need us, we're there. Use Radio 570 WWNC.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward. And we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
It's sad that civil discourse in the political world is rare. Hard to have conversations and just agree to disagree or even hear each other out. Just two sides sit down and settle it out over a pint. Well, that's what our Politics and Pints event on April the 16th is all about. Join Mark Starling and myself at Cultivated Cocktails, 161 Charlotte Highway. We'll have special guests to help steer the discussion. Keep listening to News Radio 570 WWNC for details.
It's the moment you dream of, the moment you work for. All culminate into this time, your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
News, weather, traffic. 570 WWNC. Finalists Sport 2 Marconi Awards. 2025 Small Market Station of the Year. And Mark Starling is Small Market Personality of the Year.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Live from the Ingalls studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dogs eat! Let them on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God, the Jets killed him.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville.
I have to share this with the masses.
Why? All
right, chat. I don't ask much of y'all. You know, we don't charge you for any of this. The only money you ever spend is on the draft guide or on Super Chats. I need your help. Our business manager is a crazy person who's going to be one-handed if she doesn't stop stealing my monsters, because, yes, I saw that out of the corner of my eye. She thinks every food expires, like all of it.
Mm-hmm.
She just looked at a candy bar that I pulled out of my office that I left for myself a while back because I didn't want it that day. I, never knew there was an expiration date on a candy bar. B, I don't know why it's there, because they don't. Unless it has a cookie or something like that in it, and even then, it expires 7 years from now. Please, I beg of you, tell her expiration dates. I can't end that any of the ways I wanted to.
They're suggestions.
At best. On milk, I'll listen to it. Everything else, I'm good.
I mean, it can, candy bars can go stale, but that's like 2 years down the road.
I purchased this candy bar within the last 6 months. I do know that. I could not tell you when exactly it was, but I promise you,
know why
it's going to be just fine.
And by the way, Megan, I feel like I want to share this information with you. You know why they put dates like that on those things?
So people like you will buy new ones.
So you'll throw them away and go, "Oh, this is out of date. I'm going to spend another $5." No, you don't.
I think my parents bought a bottle of Tylenol when I was born that they're still taking.
I mean, yes, in some cases, expiration dates do matter. Milk, great example.
100%.
Milk, 100%. You get to that expiration date, that sucker's not going to last for another day or two. The rest of it, they're all kind of suggestions.
Andreas Pinckney said Megan's doing the Lord's work, trying to keep Jeremy alive.
It's not working. It's just angering him at this moment.
Yeah, she at one point, we made sandwiches. I ate the sandwich, and she went, "Oh, my God, you left the mayonnaise on the counter." And I went, "What? Do you think oxygen hits mayonnaise and all of a sudden it just goes back?" You ever been to a cookout? I've eaten coleslaw that was in the sun for 4 hours. So that gets a little dicey. But I promise you, in this air-conditioned house, that mayonnaise is fine. It's almost as cold in this house as it is in that refrigerator.
Yes, no doubt about it. Well, welcome back in. to the program. It is the post-free agency mock draft.
Anthony Manzano said she's looking out for my health because they have dairy in them. They probably had dairy in them when they mixed it, but I see in my brain, any dairy that's in a Milky Way is probably as close to milk as non-dairy creamer is. I once found a Twix bar in a car I hadn't driven in 3 years. Ate it and loved every second of it.
Mm-hmm.
And my stomach, like me, is #built different.
Also, if the candy bar does go stale, there's nothing really wrong with it at that point. It's just a little chewy.
I do kind of feel like now I have to eat this thing on camera. I mean, I have to eat my lunch first, but
why?
Just to prove.
Just to prove that you were going to eat it anyway? I think we all know that.
That's a good point.
All right, if I unwrapped it and threw it in the hallway, you'd probably still eat
it. At this point, I've gotten excited about the Milky Way, and so long as you chose the women's room and not the aberration that is the men's room here at iHeartRadio Asheville, I'm pretty sure you could throw that thing in the wrapper in the toilet. I would pull it out and eat it.
Now that we can test on the air. That sounds like a great job for Aunt Mamie. Go dunk that thing in a toilet and then bring it back in here and watch him eat it. Good Lord.
Oh.
All right, let's get back into the post-free agency mock draft 1.0. Or is this 2.0? I've lost count.
This is 3.0. I didn't put that on there to make it sound like it was my third 7-round mock draft. This is my first one.
Yes, this is the first 7-round mock draft. He'll do at least one more of these before the draft. Hopefully 2 more of these.
2 more. Full A-pluses for every team. These will come out over the next 2 weeks, week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Old Whip and May over here has to go. She has a sister that's having a child, so and we told her, see ya. You have all the fun with that.
Just so you know, Megan, those numbers on the baby's bracelet, that's not an expiration date. That baby has not gone bad, okay?
You got to give this baby back. It expired 2 days ago.
Okay. Back in.
I don't laugh like that very often. That would hit me. That would hit me in the feelies.
Well, we left off at the 47th pick in the draft. The Indianapolis Colts with a chance to replace a player that they stupidly let walk out the door.
Oh, hold on. I forgot we had a super chat. We got so distracted by Milky Way gate that we forgot we had a super chat. It's from Red Sea, who, by the way, he wins the day. So since Joshua Josephs is named after Tank's children, what's the over-under on when he starts a fire?
It's a major red flag. 100%.
Oh, Red Sea wins the day. Oh, God, that's great.
It gets dry down there in Tampa, just so you know, Joshua. All right, let's chill with
we didn't start the fire.
100% did. I'm
still bigger than you. I can talk all the extra when I want to.
At number 47, the Indianapolis Colts, after the Bucs take Joshua Josephs.
Jeremy Bernard, wide receiver out of Alabama. I think that's why they traded Michael Pittman, because they looked at his receiver class and went, at 47, we can get a dude. I am really high on Jeremy Bernard. If you like Jerry Jeudy, you should like Jeremy Bernard, because they're very similar players. Jeudy, I think, has a higher high side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure Jeremy Bernard doesn't have a safer floor.
I was going to say, is Jeremy Bernard that much of a
very
tactician
shifty.
with
He's
his
very
his
shifty.
route running?
I would say Judy's a better route runner.
Mm-hmm.
Judy also has these times where he almost looks disinterested, almost like he's just away from the field. Jeremy Bernard never does that. Every ball is life and death for him. I think he comes in, he's the immediate 2, and he allows Alec Pierce to be the big play guy.
And the 48th pick, the Atlanta Falcons.
R. Mason Thomas, edge rusher, Oklahoma. You need a replacement for James Pierce while he gets his life and brain together. R. Mason Thomas can definitely do that. That kid can rush a passer. Nick Bonito light.
Okay.
This year I've decided I'm going to embrace, hey, same coaching staff recruited 2 guys. Yeah, it's because they meant for them to play the exact same position. There's a reason for that.
R. Mason Thomas. He doesn't have a first name?
I think his first name is
It's listed.
R. Mason.
It's listed. That is his name. R. Mason
I
Thomas.
believe his first name is R. Mason. Interesting. I know that's how it's listed. I don't think R is short for anything.
No, not as far as I can tell. I'll take some more digging. If I can find it, I will. Next up, number 49, the Minnesota Vikings.
Connor Lew, center out of Auburn. I think center's the weak spot of that offense. And now with Kyler Murray, I will be really intrigued. That is official now, Kyler Murray to the Minnesota Vikings. I will be intrigued to see how that works. That pick and pop game that O'Connell plays over the middle, you really need a center that knows how to call that offense, and I'm not sure that Minnesota has one. You got to keep those lanes clear, because if you don't, he will lead the league, possibly break an NFL record for batted balls.
Mm-hmm. Number 50, the Detroit Lions.
I love this fit. Zion Young, edge rusher, Missouri. You'll see him in the first round of a lot of mocks, and I don't get it. I mean, I think he can rush a passer. I really like him on the opposite side of Aiden Hutchinson. And look, if you tell me for the Lions that this starts Monroe Freeling, Zion Young, you're off to a whale of a start.
Yep. Carolina Panthers back on the clock at number 51.
Carolina. D'Angelo Pons, cornerback out of Indiana. This is Avion Terrell's inside-outside. D'Angelo Pons is the best slot corner in this class. Shao Smith-Wade, to me, is just a walking – I don't even know how to say this. He's a walking completion, and not in a good way. It felt like to me, every time I watched Carolina last year, every time I saw him on screen, it was not ending well. So I would like to move Shao Smith-Wade almost into the dime look, and then run Pons out as a nickel, especially when you look at the slot guys in that division. Look at who Tampa, New Orleans, and Atlanta run out of the slot.
Okay. Interesting. Next up after that, the Packers at 52.
Brother, cousin, Jennings, Dunker.
I was actually kind of hoping he was going to wind up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just to keep that path of, big red-headed hog molly going.
Long-haired gingers.
Yeah.
I like Dunker a lot. The Packers are very close geographically, and so I think they're going to be one of the teams to watch with Dunker because they have really good eyes on him. Always look around in the local area. And I know Wisconsin and Iowa are close-ish, not necessarily super close.
Mm-hmm.
That's where your local area scouts have really been hitting. Big Ten, things like that.
Right.
Everybody that knows Dunker loves him. It's everybody that just watches the tape and nitpicks him that seems to hate him. I almost promise you that Jennings Dunker winds up with one of the 8 teams in the North.
Mm-hmm.
Just put a pin in it. Remember I said it. He's got a bad attitude, and I love it.
Anybody who drafts him knows you're getting a football player.
For sure.
I mean, offensive lineman, Iowa. It goes hand in hand with tight end, Iowa. Number 53, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chase Bisontis.
Going to get them a case of that Bisonitis.
Got to have the Bisonitis. Yes, his name is Chase Bisontis. He's one of those safe floor, low ceiling guards, but I think he comes in right away as a starter. He's a replacement to Suamalo, and it really ties the offensive line together for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mm-hmm. Number 54, the other Pennsylvania team, Philadelphia.
The ultimate replacement to Lane Johnson, Caleb Tiernan, tackle out of Northwestern. I really like this kid. The tape on him, he kind of looked like, what is that? What is it, truffle? Is that the thing that grows in pig poo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Caleb Tiernan was the truffle. He was surrounded by the 11 turds that are the Northwestern offense, and he was the truffle where you go, look at that gold right in the middle of the ablution.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Blake Miller remind me a lot of each other, and they're going to go quite a ways apart from one another.
Number 55, it's the Los Angeles Chargers back on the clock.
Traden Stukes, cornerback, safety. out of Arizona. I think he's going to be a chess piece as well. It's somebody. This is another one of those things. This is why you comment on mock drafts, and it's why we beg people to comment on mock drafts. I did not realize how thin the Chargers were at corner. Mm-hmm. They're one injury away from being shoe-buddied. And Stooks is so multiple. That's why I liked him there, and I took him a little bit higher than I have him graded. Because he can do a lot of things if everybody's healthy, but he can also play a role as a corner with everybody on the field.
Mm-hmm. Then we have the Jaguars at 56.
Well, I mean, look, you didn't have a first-round pick, but you get a legit player, Kristen Miller, defensive tackle out of Georgia.
That ain't a bad one.
I know you like him. Can you be honest about his limitations?
Okay.
Kristen Miller seems to be one of those guys that the media put in the first round, and I've had him flirting with it. The tape never struck me as a first round.
I don't think he's a first round pick.
Okay.
He's a solid second-round pick.
I agree. I think he's a great second-round pick.
He's a dog with a chew toy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things that I love about him is just when that ball snapped, he's after it. And he's probably going to make you regret it if you're on the opposite side of the ball with him. He's not one of the he's not one of the all-time greats, but he is a dog.
Fish already said that's a weird way to spell Malachi Lawrence. Trading Stooks. Don't worry, you got an edge rusher coming too.
At number 57, the Chicago Bears.
This is one of my favorite players in this class, A.J. Halsey, safety out of LSU. They have another position that they want to attack, but they have another pick and 3? I think they had 57, 60. Mm-hmm. So I prioritize the safety because for me, there's not really another one that fits what they want. That's the Byard replacement because he can play over the top. He can also play some in the slot. I really like Halsey, and I think he's a good fit for the Bears.
Mm-hmm. Where did Byard just sign?
New England.
New England. That's right. Then the 49ers at 58.
Derek Moore, edge rusher, Michigan. He strikes me as a San Francisco edge rusher. I'm getting better as I do this, and I get up close and personal with these guys at the Combine and the Senior Bowl. You start to look at guys and go, you already feel like a 49er, or you feel like a Raider or a Jet or whatever team it is. Derek Moore already strikes me as a guy that's going to come in and be a Niner. To me, he opens up Mykel Williams because Mykel can play on early downs, and he comes in as the pass rush specialist, and you can kind of intertwine them to keep them both fresh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, and then
we'll go 2 more and take the break.
Sure. 59.
Keelan Rutledge to the Houston Texans, guard out of Georgia Tech. That kid has got a bad attitude, and I like it. They had to stop practice at the Senior Bowl to tell him to calm the hell down. I like that. I want a guard that just wants to fight everybody. Mm-hmm. The guards are like the bouncers of the NFL. I need you to really like contact, and he does.
Mm-hmm. And a kid that really talks like he loves the game of football.
For sure.
Watching him at the Combine up on the podium, I didn't have any questions for him because he just kept saying the same. I mean, he was giving the perfect answer every time somebody asked a question, in my mind anyway. All around good pick there for the Texans at 59, despite the fact that they don't need offensive line help, according to their GM. At number 60, it's the Chicago Bears.
This is where you get your defensive tackle. Big Citrus, Dominique Orange. He came in thinner than I thought he would be. I don't necessarily think he needs to be in a 3-4. Dante Corleone, that's a 3-4 guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dominique Orange can be really productive inside of a 4-man front. And you get him and Parker and Montez Sweat, and whoo, buddy, that's not going to be fun to deal with.
Not at all. You are in the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville. We're in the midst of the second round of the post-free agency mock draft number 61 with the LA Rams coming up after the break.
The iHeartRadio app now has presets, just like in the car. You're our number one. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the Mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
The world's best bull riders. One shot, 8 seconds, no mercy. The rankest bulls in the sport are waiting. This is professional bull riding. Watch it live as we unleash the beast. Today from Florida State University, only on Paramount Plus.
Kane Brown has a brand new song. And it's on the newly released playlist on the free iHeartRadio app. Your no-cost destination to hear all of the songs that were just released, including Jack Harlow, I wish I could trade places. Noah Khan, Bleachers, Sienna Spyro, and so much more. Open the free iHeartRadio app and search new to listen now.
Good morning, guys. I just want to warn you, traffic is tough out there.
We are here for you to tell you how to keep safe,
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can.
to provide the music, talk, and sports you love, and to deliver the news that matters to you. We are the voices you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress you depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
It's the moment you dream of, the moment you work for, train for, run wind sprints when nobody's watching for, the moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time, all culminate into this time, the moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this, your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. What are you shaking your head for?
Apparently, I need to start cycling my Taco Bell sauces every 3 months, too.
Oh,
apparently, those go bad, too.
Yeah. Man.
I laid down the gauntlet. If I'll bring you one in here from the bottom of the pile at my house, one from the middle and one from the top, I'll give you 1,000 cash. You can tell me which one's the oldest.
You know how we tell if it's gone bad or not?
If the package is swollen?
If it's dried. If it dried up and it's crusty, it's well, I guess these Taco Bell sauces are no good. It's got to be 3 years. I think it takes 3 years for that to happen.
At least.
Right. My sauce drawer goes deep.
My sauce drawer goes hard. It goes real hard.
Now that I know that, though, I want to tell her she has to go in there and clean out that condiment drawer in the break room.
Oh, yeah. There's a mustard in there that it's not yellow anymore.
That's not brown mustard either.
Mm-mm.
That was French's at one point. Continuing with the post-free agency mock draft from at the NFL Draft Nerd, Jeremy Green. Number 61, that pick belongs to the Los Angeles Rams.
Garrett Nussmeier.
Quarterback of the future.
I don't know that he's the quarterback of the future. I think he's so smart that it's really going to with no Garoppolo, you have to have a backup to a 38-year-old quarterback. You have to. I know Rams fans aren't going to like it. I get it. I'm aware. You miss the first and second wave of backup quarterbacks, you cannot go into the season with Stetson Bennett as the only thing behind. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
I think there is a benefit to having Nussmeier in the room, and who knows, maybe he is the quarterback of the future. To me, it was funny that I did this mock, and somehow, Ty Simpson, Lord have mercy, I went through AJ Feely, TJ Otzelberger. There were a lot of names there.
Mm-hmm.
Simpson goes at 21, and Nussmeier goes at 60. That's pretty good value.
Yeah. Next pick, the Denver Broncos at 62.
Eli Stowers, tight end, Vanderbilt.
This feels low to me.
It does until you it felt low to me too, because I'll be honest with you, I thought about Stowers at 30 for Denver.
Mm-hmm.
And then I looked at all the teams and went, which one of you is going to take a tight end right here? I considered Philadelphia.
That's the one. That losing Dallas Goedert, why would I not want to take a chance on that?
But they haven't lost Dallas Goedert.
Oh, I thought he was gone.
Well, he's a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
Has he signed anywhere?
Not yet.
Exactly. You know why? Because I think both those two want to reunite with each other. And I'm actually, now that I think about it, I'm actually not positive that Goddard is a free agent. I think they were talking about cutting him, not.
Maybe. No, I think he's actually a free agent.
I'm going to tell you in just a second.
But, I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you take a shot on that? But that's honestly one of the few that I could see making the move to get him.
Yeah,
because
he is a free agent. He's on a void year.
Because everybody else, I feel like, either has one or has just invested in one or doesn't really use a tight end like that. Have that super athletic tight end.
Gammett said, if we lose Dallas Goedert, we'll absolutely take him. I agree. And as soon as Goddard signs with somebody else, I will take that as a way bigger need for Philadelphia.
I don't know if I was Philadelphia if I'd spend money on that. Because I'm not getting him cheap, I don't think. I feel like there's somebody out there that would give him money. I just don't know who it would be at this point. So. Number 63, the New England Patriots.
This is where New England gets a player. And this is me making up for, Caden Proctor. Randy didn't tell me to, go play in traffic, which I'm happy about. Malachi Lawrence, edge rusher, UCF. I think it's funny that I was easily getting him to New England in the third round just, a month ago. And now all of a sudden I look at everybody's rankings. He's at 46 and 52. He sprout wings at some point? Nobody told me. I like him. But I'll never understand these postseason jumps. When guys look at a guy, oh, he ran fast. He's bigger than I thought he was. Doesn't change the player he is. This is where he belongs. For me, this is the opening of his window.
Okay.
And I think it might even still be a little bit high. I don't get guys that lose their mind over guys that work out well at the combine. I also don't understand why it's so hard for so many people to figure out guys that are going to work out well.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kenyon Sadiq. How many times did I tell you that? I think I told you that 6 times that day.
Mm-hmm.
And then we come back the next day, we're like, did you see Kenyon Sadiq? Yeah, he did exactly what I told you he was going to do, and you called me an idiot about it.
All right, final pick of the second round, 64 overall, the defending champions, the Seattle Seahawks.
Jake Sargent Slaughter, center, Florida. I think he and Lou and Jagger Burton and there's a couple others. This is a really good center class. And for Seattle, that's the one that fits the best to me. It ties your whole line together. I mean, I get it. You really like the fact that you got Gray Zabel's old running mate at North Dakota State, but he's okay. I don't think he's special. I think Jake Slaughter can be special.
Mm-hmm. Starting off the third round with the Arizona Cardinals at 65.
I'm going to let you say his name because I can't say it appropriately, apparently.
Gabe Jacas.
Gabe Jacas. That's the J is silent. Then drop the J. Jacas.
Say it to his face.
No.
Exactly.
I had the chance, and I didn't want to.
Didn't do it, and I did not do it.
Your name is Jackass. I see it. It's spelled right there.
Mm-hmm.
Jackas.
Speaking of names that are pronounced differently than they're spelled, did you see the story today that that new running back down in New Orleans had a press conference? And we're not saying his name right. In fact, we've been getting it wrong ever since he was at Clemson.
Is he doing it Creole now? Is it Travis Etienne?
Achan.
Get out. Stop.
It's Achan. That is.
No, it's not.
ETN is how we've all been saying it forever. And he came out in front of the media today in New Orleans and said, actually, it's pronounced Achan.
False. Devon Achan, that I got you there because there's an A and a C and an H. There's none of any of those in your name. So, ETN
did he grow up down there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I get it. Yeah, that's the Cajun Achan. It's like there's French, it's Cajun, it's all the things.
100%. Yeah,
that's how they said it. Guess what? We've been calling you that wrong for a long time, and I guess we'd have to apologize.
You know what? I'm gonna pick up my Creole roots too. My name is Jeremy Greene, and that can be pronounced Todd McShay. There you go. We're just making stuff up. Just make it up.
All right, second pick in the third round, number 66 overall.
Oh, by the way, Arizona, Gabe Jackas, real good pass rusher. I like that kid a lot.
66 overall, the Tennessee Titans.
Speaking of edge rushers I like a lot, Romello Height. The only problem is that I think his son's getting ready to start in 7th grade because he's about 62 years old. Romello Height's one of the oldest prospects I've ever evaluated. I think he will be 26 before he plays a game in the NFL. He bounced around a lot, transferred a handful of times. But it doesn't change the fact that in that small sample set, the 4 years that you're going to get on the rookie deal, I do think he's going to be able to get after quarterbacks.
Number 67, the Las Vegas Raiders.
Andreas Pinckney said, being Creole myself, just know it's just French and English mixed together, so none of it makes sense.
Yeah. The Las Vegas Raiders is 67. Here's that other Indiana receiver. Elijah Surratt.
Yes, and this is where I think he goes. Sorry, I think Red C's upset that I haven't taken a quarterback for them. May I ask, do you really want a quarterback in this class?
Which
you
quarterback
should not.
do you want?
You should. I mean, unless it's Nussmeier, you really shouldn't, because you should be looking at next year going, "Ooh, piece of candy." I thought everybody'd be mad that I gave them quarterbacks. So far, that's not been the case. Elijah Surratt, safety blanket for Fernando Mendoza. I like the idea of pairing those two together. It gives him somebody that he's familiar with. He knows the ins and outs of. I like that a lot.
And you think they can wait till the third round to get it?
I do.
Okay. All right.
The thing with Surratt is that the height, weight, speed, all those things are not going to wow you, and those guys tend to fall. Speaking of that, we have another one at 68. If you drop the first word I said there.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Malachi Fields. I think the roller coaster he's been on is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in the history of the draft. He was here. This is where we were talking about him. Then he goes to the Senior Bowl, and he's great. And everyone's like, he's going to go in the top 20. No, the hell he's not. And if he does, whoever takes him should be taken out behind the barn and beaten. However, if you look at Howie Roseman and you look at the fact that Jahan Dotson has left, they need another receiver. And it really needs to be somebody that can win on the outside. Malachi Fields has really strong hands. He needs A.J. Brown. He needs Devontae Smith. But that is a perfect fit to me because Malachi Fields is a big kid. And look, this is the team that went after Johnny Wilson, too. That didn't go quite the way I wanted it to. But if you fell in love with Johnny Wilson and you tell me you didn't fall in love with Malachi Fields, I'm going to need you to explain to me why.
And, if the rest or if his year this past year had gone as well as the playoff run did the year before, we might be talking about him in the top 20. I didn't see that this past year over the full length of the season. Number 69, the Houston Texans.
Zane Durant, defensive tackle, Penn State. That's the quick out of the stance, sky-high ceiling, terrifying floor of maybe he's too small. I don't love Zane Durant in a lot of places, but I like him in Houston because you got Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson to take pressure off of him. Mm-hmm. I think it's a perfect fit. He was also the player we were talking about that was asked his favorite emoji, and we said it should have been eggplant raindrops, and he said lightning flash or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm fast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's fine, but that's not funny. Your answer could have been very funny.
Number 70, the Cleveland Browns.
Durant's old running mate at Penn State, Danny Dennis Sutton, edge rusher from Penn State. I love that fit there because I do think they need another piece in that rotation. And you tell me I get Danny Dennis Sutton, who is hyper athletic. He was not as big as I thought he was. He looked bigger at Penn State. And so a lot of people kind of started shoehorning him to he's going to have to be a 3-4 defensive end. I stood directly beside him twice. That's not a 3-4 defensive end in this league. I don't think he can stand up, but in a four-man front, yeah, he can get to a quarterback.
Number 71.
Go ahead.
I was going to say the Washington Commanders.
It's one of my favorite players in this class. Malik Muhammad, cornerback out of Texas. He's going to fall, and he shouldn't. Straight up. The end of analysis. He's going to fall, and he shouldn't. Because he was not as sticky at the Senior Bowl as you like. Because those drills are not formatted to him. Watch the tape. Mm-hmm. It's there, and it's obvious. And I think he can play on the outside, and that's the one that I've been clamoring for in Washington. It wasn't Marshawn Lattimore. I don't think it's Amik Robertson, and I don't think Amik Robertson was signed for it to be Amik Robertson. I think Amik was brought in as a safety net of we're going to draft a guy that's on the other side of Amos. Sainer-Strill's going to go in the slot, and then we're going to let the pass rush and all the things manifest destiny. And Malik Muhammad is a dude.
Let's go number 72, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Sam Hecht, center out of Kansas State. He's thin. His biggest knock on him is that he is thin, but the hand placement is great. His feet are great. I think he can be a high-level center in the league. Probably never an all-pro, but you put him in the center of that offense, and he will be Joe Burrow's new best good friend.
73, the Saints.
Chris Bell, wide receiver, Louisville. If he wasn't hurt, he would go higher than this, but he came to the combine in a boot. Or not in a boot, in a brace. Mm. There was a brace on his knee. Mm-hmm. He may not be ready to start the year, but if I'm New Orleans, I don't care. I'm not really competing for the division this year. I'm competing to compete. This is a 3-year process. Last year, I saw the pieces. This year, I want to compete to a point, and I want next year to be the year where I have this roster right. I cannot stop giving Chris Bell to the New Orleans Saints.
Number 74, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Andreas Pinckney did not like our second-round pick for the Saints. I bet he likes that one. Jake Galday, linebacker from Cincinnati. We lost Leo Chenal. Let's get you a bigger version of Leo Chenal because that's what Galday is to me. He does kind of run like a giraffe that's afraid something's coming to cut his head off. I've never said – I don't even know how to explain this. You ever watch the ballet? I already know the answer to that question. Never mind. In the ballet, every once in a while, you'll see somebody prance into the screen, and they have their chest out and their head stuck up, and you go – in a fight, you'd be easy to kill because you're just sticking your head up. That's how Jake Galday runs all the time. It's like, Stop doing that. But what he does on a football field is very productive.
All right, 75th pick of the draft belongs to the Miami Dolphins. Who do they take?
Skylar Bell, wide receiver, UConn. That's the ultimate number 2 for me. I don't know that he starts there. They may try to put one of the Washingtons out there. But Skylar Bell he's got a decent body frame, real fast, and the hands are intriguing.
You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. We'll be back to try to wrap it up here. Rapid fire.
Race to the finish. 25 picks in 14 minutes. Let's go.
Here we go.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
The more seasonable air continuing to come in with a south-southeast breeze today, mostly sunny this afternoon. Beautiful afternoon and evening out, though, but certainly grabbing a light jacket. 62 tonight, 35 and clear. Saturday, sunshine and milder, up near 70 degrees. Sunday, a few showers in the afternoon, 65, and that stronger front still poised to come in sometime Monday night. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajan.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
This is Jim.
Hello.
Jim started advertising with iHeartRadio way back in April. And now...
I have customers out the door!
And this is Sarah.
Hi.
She started putting a portion of her marketing dollars in podcasting back in June.
Business is booming. That's why I'm working on a Saturday.
Want to be like Jim and Sarah? It's easy. All you have to do is own or manage a business and reach out to iHeart. Get started today at 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio. One tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local stations. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcast. Search sports on iHeartRadio and lock in.
It's the moment you dream of, the moment you work for. All culminate into this time. Your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
I just want to listen to the song. We are back at the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. It's a mock draft Friday, and here we go.
Hold on,
20.
Before we go,
oh gosh,
we got to update the Milky Way. We got her to take a bite of the Milky Way.
She did. She said it was fine.
It says it tastes like a normal Milky Way, and then she went to get water. Well, she probably spit it out in the sink like, "Oh my God,
it touched my tongue."
Whatever am I gonna do?
Here we go. 75 picks. We got to get hopping here. Number 76, the Pittsburgh Steelers, with the pick of the draft.
Dante Corleone,
the Godfather.
BDD. I know they have Keanu Benton. I don't love him on the inside. Derek Harmon, I don't think he's a true one tech. Dante Corleone's a true one tech.
77, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Anthony Hill Jr., linebacker, Texas.
Thank
Absolute
you.
dog. I think he projects best as a situational pass rusher, off-ball linebacker in early down situations. You are going to be able to throw at him early, but if he has athleticism to be a good coverage guy.
Absolutely. Number 78, the Indianapolis Colts.
Torian York, linebacker, Texas A&M. You want a hyper-athletic linebacker? That's the one. He's not huge, but he is freakishly athletic. I absolutely love that kid. I like that kid better than two linebackers that have already gone.
Number 79, the Atlanta Falcons.
Ted Hurst, wide receiver, Georgia State.
You mean they actually make a good pick? Okay,
Uh-huh.
All right.
The Atlanta Falcons.
Wow, write that one down.
Hey, where do the Atlanta Falcons play?
In Atlanta.
Where's Georgia State play?
In Atlanta.
Yeah, area scouts have got a real good eye on him.
Mm-hmm.
that's going to seem low to people after the Senior Bowl. See, Fields, Malachi. It's not. That's about the opening of his window. And don't be shocked if Atlanta takes him before anybody else gets the chance.
Mm-hmm. Quite the little run on wide receivers here as we've got number 80, the Baltimore Ravens.
Jacoby Lane, wide receiver USC. He was one of my favorite players to interview. I know he was one of Tank's favorite players to talk to. But I really like the tape, too. Big body kid, 6'4", plays on the outside, really good with the ball in his hand, which is rare for a receiver that's that tall.
I'm a sucker for a character guy who says the right things. And Jacoby Lane said one thing I thought was very important. I am the best teammate in this draft. Tells me all I need to know. Quality kid. Number 81, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, I went away from the board, which was
Ray
stupid.
Parker Jr.
Brian Parker, the second. Offensive tackle out of Duke. Kind of like Graham Barton in that he can play practically anywhere. I think his best fit's probably at guard, but he can be a right tackle as well.
Number 82, the Minnesota Vikings.
Dalen Everett, cornerback, Georgia. Sticky in coverage. Actually surprisingly fast to me. Going to need a little time, but that's why he's a third-round pick.
Impact player. I'm telling you, when the lights get brighter, he plays better. Number 83, the Carolina Panthers.
Isaiah World, offensive tackle out of Oregon. You have a hurt left tackle in Aquanu, and you have an aging right tackle in Taylor Moton. This is a developmental piece. He really should not play much, if at all, in year one, unless it's as a swing tackle. But you give him 2 years of high-level coaching, I think he can be a left tackle in this league.
The Packers pick at 84.
Will Lee the third, cornerback, Texas A&M, bigger-bodied kid. I saw a comment earlier from I think it was Anthony Manzano. It was talking about bigger corners. There's not a ton of them in this class. They're a handful, but they're all raw. So you look at a guy like Will Lee. Yes, he's 6'02" and some change, but he's still raw technique-wise. Julian Neal's the same way. There's Ephesians Prysox the same way. They need a lot of work. The Chris Johnson, who I took with Miami, that's a ready-made 6'1" prospect right now. You can want a bigger corner all you want to, and maybe you push him into the slot a year from now. But some of these bigger guys this year we should be putting them in mothballs. Will Lee the third should play 400 to 500 snaps this year. End of message. That's at most.
Pittsburgh Steelers, number 85 overall.
We're on a run of the seconds and thirds. This is the third one in 5 picks. Keith Abney the second, cornerback, Arizona State. Great slot guy, and that's what I think he will play in Pittsburgh. And with that, you've basically overhauled your secondary in one offseason.
The Chargers coming up at 86.
Darrell Jackson Jr., defensive lineman, Florida State.
I can't stop watching his tape.
I love him.
He's a beast.
It bothers me. After I stood next to him, and my first thought was, good golly, you have the biggest head I've ever seen. And then he measured at the combine, and I went, good golly, we're the exact same size. And that bothers me a mess.
Craniums, comparable. At number 87, the Miami Dolphins.
Keontae Scott, cornerback, Miami. To me, that's the slot guy. Keontae's the one that floats between the slot and safety. One real high-level year of tape, which is why he falls in the third round for me. A lot of people have him higher than I do.
Number 88, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Kyle Louis, since we're on Cajun Creole things. Linebacker, Pittsburgh. Some teams will see him as a safety because he's only 5'11", and he's real thin. But he has an absolute nose for the football. That's your favorite linebacker's favorite linebacker in this class.
At 89, the Bears.
Markel Bell, offensive tackle, Miami of Florida. He is a giant. 6'9", 6'09", I think he was 6'09", 6'09", 6'9" and a fourth. He is huge. Logan Paulson loves him. I'm more in intrigue with him because you get a tackle that big. It's just a lot of man to move.
Yeah.
It's also a lot of man on the knee. So there's part of his tape to like, but he's so big.
The Miami Dolphins at 90.
Daquan Wright, tight end, Ole Miss. That is one of 5 players in this class that I'm telling you right now, I am higher on them than the industry. They will go higher than you think. Daquan Wright has a whole mess of Mike Gesicki on steroids written all over him, of just a guy that's going to get open often.
Number 91, the Buffalo Bills.
Josiah Trotter, linebacker, Missouri. Jeremiah's kid. I think he is what his brother was sold to be. Because you heard a lot about was it Jeremiah?
Yes.
The one that came out of Clemson?
Maybe.
Whatever. His brother came out of Clemson with much more fanfare. Josiah is way more athletic. I think has a higher upside, but it's going to take you a minute to get there. Him and Dorian Williams in that linebacker core for Buffalo is really intriguing. You want to have two hyper-athletic linebackers? Found it.
Number 92, the Dallas Cowboys.
Harold Perkins Jr., linebacker out of LSU. I think he's going to end up playing every bit as much slot corner, just kind of move piece. He's really small, but, man, he can get after a quarterback. I don't know exactly where he's going to slot in, but that kid can play football, and I know we pushed him down because of the size. I think that's an error in judgment. He has some of the highest level tape. You just have to wrap your brain around. He weighs 220 pounds.
Number 93, the L.A. Rams back on the clock.
Jalen Kilgore, safety, South Carolina. I think he can play in the slot. I think he can play in the box. I think he can play some linebacker. He's just an absolute move chess piece. And I think Raheem Morris will love him.
Number 94, the Denver Broncos.
Nicholas Singleton, running back, Penn State. Oh, my. The high side is what is intriguing to me, and I think Denver's going to need another running back because it's hard to trust J.K. Dobbins with the injury history. Nick Singleton has as high of a ceiling as any running back in this class, not named Jeremiah Love. And I don't think it's as far off of Love as a lot of other people do. The thing is, his floor scares me to death.
Number 95, the New England Patriots.
Max Clare, tight end, Ohio State. Losing Hooper, I think you're going to need another one, and him and Henry together. Max Clare's a better blocker than he's given credit for. Go back and watch the Purdue tape. I think he made a bad decision to go to Ohio State because they didn't use him well. Mm-hmm. Go back to the Purdue tape. You'll see a player that's way better than 95.
Seahawks at number 96.
Julian Neal, cornerback, Arkansas. You want a big-bodied receiver? Got you one. 6'3". I love the tape on him. Just know that smaller, shifty receivers will be able to get him. But I think he's the replacement to Tariq Woolen and ultimately the replacement to Josh Jobe a year from now.
97, it's the Minnesota Vikings.
Rayshon Benny, defensive tackle out of Michigan. That's the movable pick because he's small for a defensive tackle. And when I say small, I don't necessarily mean weight-wise. I mean he's thin, appearance-wise. I think he's a move piece for Brian Flores. He can play three-man in. He can play inside in a four-man front. He's got a really good first step, got really violent hands. He just needs to figure out how to use it all.
Number 98, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Sam Roush, tight end out of Stanford. He had drop problems at one point. Kind of had alleviated a lot of that by the end of the year, this past year at Stanford. Big-bodied kid. Kind of reminds me of Kobe Fleener. Honestly, I met him in person, and I went, damn, he even looks like Kobe Fleener.
I was going to say, Calcaterra went there too, didn't he?
Stanford, no, Calcaterra went to SMU.
SMU, okay. All right. Possibly. 99, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Zakey Wheatley, safety out of Penn State. I don't love him as much as a lot of other people do. This is kind of a balance because I have him in the 125-ish range. Other people have him in the 75 range. What I see is a guy who gets stuck looking at the backfield a lot, but he has all the athletics and all the measurables and all the things you could ever want to be a productive safety in this league.
I went maroon jersey. He went to Oklahoma before he went to SMU.
Oh, he did go to SMU.
Yeah, he went to SMU.
He came out of SMU.
Right. He went to Oklahoma, transferred to SMU. I was thinking he was from Stanford because I had that maroon.
I'm glad I didn't say what I thought because I thought he started at Texas and then went to SMU.
Yeah. And now number 100, the final pick of the 3-round mock draft here, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Kamari Ramsey, safety out of USC. I think he is one of those, I don't see the high ceiling that everybody else does, but I also see a very safe floor. Spin in our YouTube chat said post-free agency, but free agency just started. Yeah, go look at the top 100 list and see how many of them are left.
Ain't nobody left.
We're post.
Right.
Hey, I got news for you. There ain't many players left that are changing your philosophy in the 2026 NFL Draft, which is why we did it today. That's 100 players in 3 hours.
That's it.
Were the last 25 way faster than the others? Yes, they were. You know why? Because math is hard.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. We'll be back with you on Monday. I was going to say it's an overreaction Monday, but just, we'll see if there's anything to overreact to over the weekend. Everybody be safe, have fun, enjoy the conference championship basketball selection Sunday and all the things. Don't forget the ACC tournament can be heard live right here on ESPN Asheville. Semifinals start tonight at 6:30. We'll see you on Monday.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
The more seasonable air continuing to come in with a south-southeast breeze today, mostly sunny this afternoon. Beautiful afternoon and evening out, though, but certainly grabbing a light jacket. 62 tonight, 35 and clear. Saturday, sunshine and milder, up near 70 degrees. Sunday, a few showers in the afternoon, 65, and that stronger front still poised to come in sometime Monday night. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajan.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
It's Matt
and Bowen here from Las Culturistas.
Celebrating 10 years of the podcast, we were joined by a very special guest, Nicole Kidman.
Download and listen on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
The iHeartRadio app now has presets, just like in the car. You're our #1. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see. Depression won't show up on an eye chart, and you can't measure it on your bathroom scale. Sorting out a mental health concern is not something to attempt on your own. You won't find a bipolar disorder by looking at a thermometer. Like many other health conditions, help for mental illness takes professional diagnosis and treatment. Anxiety won't just go away under a stick-on bandage. So the sooner you seek treatment, the better. If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. Find out what to do. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support. That's samhsa.gov/support.
This is ESPN Asheville, Asheville's #1 sports station.
Coming up the middle on a blitz. He throws to the end zone. Touchdown.
Beer City's Tar Heel station.
Off the back. Iron Wilson comes soaring in to dunk it home.
Home of the Sportsocracy.
He said, Kyle Shanahan asked, why isn't tic-tac-toe named Hugs and Kisses?
Hugs and Kisses.
Now that's all Doug's going to call it.
Live from the Ingalls studio, weekdays at noon. ESPN Asheville.
Hurt in the game? We tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out, because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Asheville's #1 sports station,